Hello, Sumo fans. We are back.
It's November, somehow.
We're at the end of the sumo year, and this was a little bit of a different year with the whole London tournament situation. I caught a little bit of it. Like, the Grand Albert Hall had a YouTube channel, and they showed clips of it, and then Sumo Primetime had clips. You could go to BBC Sports and actually sign up for an account and watch it for free, but I'm like, I don't want to sign up for an account. So I caught some of it, and it was cute, and it was fun, and I liked all the pictures and videos of Onosato and Hoshoryu showing you they're bros.
They're hanging out, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to collide in the ring, but outside of the ring, they're good. They like each other. So it's going to be a wild one. The end of the year tournament is always filled with surprises. So let's speak about the first man on this list who shouldn't surprise us in any way, and that would be Onosato. The top Yokozuna, maintaining that top spot. 13-2, he beats Hoshoryu in the playoff. Just golden moment for him, and he is quickly solidifying his dominance. We've been predicting this for a while. He just gets better every tournament, and there will come a point where he'll be unstoppable. In
July, he had the air quotes bad 11-4, which kind of wasn't bad, but he himself was not happy with it, and for Kimboshi, whatever. We've had this conversation before.
Right.
So September was 13-2, gets the cup, everything's fine.
Right.
So now he has the unenviable task of, all you can do now is just keep doing that.
Which is really daunting when you think about it. It's like you've reached the top of the whole thing, and now the expectation is you maintain it until your body breaks down and then you retire.
Yes. So I think for almost anyone else doing sumo, it'd be like impossible. But Onosato?
He's got okay, so I don't normally say this, but I think this is true for him. He's got that laid back attitude where it's like, yeah, things get to him, but not really. Like, I'm sure he's like beating himself a little bit, but he's not like back there punching holes in walls like some guys we've heard of. He's got the right temper to like put up with the pressure.
He does seem to be adjusting to it. The Yusho has to be a big confidence booster. And really, from now, it's just keep doing what you're doing, kid. You're doing a great job. You're looking the part. You're playing the part. That ring entering ceremony is only going to get better, right?
He does need to work on the ring entering ceremony.
So, yeah. I feel like it's confident that he's going to end the year with a bang. It's going to look good.
Very good possibility. You put all of your bets on him to win the whole thing because really it's going to take a monumental effort to beat him.
12, 13 wins guaranteed, maybe 14.
Mm-hmm. So this is the new sumo, guys. If Onosato is in a tournament, because there might be some reason in the future, knock on wood, that he's not in a tournament. If Onosato's in the tournament, you will work hard.
Mm-hmm.
You will sweat. You will get injured. You will do everything you can, crawl, scrape, grab, and you still might not win the thing.
Probably not.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Yeah, the Yusho in September, it's just like the new Yokozuna dynasty has begun.
Mm-hmm.
And if he gets it again in November,
I mean, isn't it? He just won his 5th, right?
He's gotten a few of these.
It's like, what is happening? We knew this was coming.
It's coming,
but it's still incredible.
Yeah, look forward to Onosato in November.
Yes. Now, the only man who can possibly challenge him at all in a consistent way is Hoshoryu. He is Yokozuna 1 West. He is holding the position that kind of is suitable for this scenario because he is a step behind Onosato. He does have the better record. He seems to own him in general, and he did beat him in the regulation and then lost in the playoff. But that's nothing if you can't beat everybody else. So Hoshoryu's got some work to do.
Yeah. September was, as we talked about in September, very, very good for both Yokozuna because they were both sort of given a skeptical eye by the community for reasons good and poor.
Right.
And both of them, 13-2, Yokozuna through and through. Epic playoff victory. Like, it's everything you wanted.
Yeah, and even the playoff was a decent match. It wasn't like a domination situation.
Yeah, it was intense, almost monoid. So I would sort of expect more of the same out of Hoshoryu here as well. Looking really good. Maybe not able to catch up to Onosato, but how great would it be to end the year with Hoshoryu winning it, and then both Yokozuna go into the new year with a Yusho recently?
Yeah.
That's the dream.
That is the dream. I would dare to say, like, we are comfortable, all the naysaying about Hoshoryu. We were comfortable going into September that it's fine. But then September cemented, like, we're good, Hoshoryu's good. But the reality is he does need to win a Yusho. And what better time than just get it at the end of the year, get to have nice celebrations for the new year, and then we start all over again.
2026, we go in. Both Yokozuna are strong.
Yes.
Because they got a cup. Also, how great would it be if they just go back and forth?
Oh, I would love that.
I would love that. I love that. I love this story. I don't know how real it is, but I want it to happen. Apparently, he also won the London tournament, for whatever that's worth.
Yeah, I mean, it's good just to get that sort of, solidified. It's like balancing out the power, because Onosato's getting a lot of the shine. And Hoshoryu is no slouch. Onosato he's hard for guys. He's really hard for guys. Whereas Hoshoryu, I don't know. They find a way sometimes. But, yeah, I think it was a good little confidence booster. And we're going to see. London actually is a factor in this tournament. The jet lag, the training that they missed. However, how much training did they get in the London tournament? I mean, it was at least the level of a training session, I would think.
Yeah. Well, there's the jet lag being away from home when you're traveling.
And they never get on a plane. This is like,
there's a lot.
Hasn't happened since the 90s.
There's a lot of shakeup. I'd agree with that. And so everybody who went to London is going to have however many things going on in their training, in their minds.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, some people, it's hype. Maybe Hoshoryu's just like, let me get another cup.
Right. He might take it as like an adrenaline boost.
Or he may be like, damn, those seats were cramped.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see.
Airplane flights suck for normal people.
I know. I can picture it for sumo wrestlers.
Get a 400-pound guy to squeeze into economy class.
Well, we do know. I saw pictures actually that the Yokozuna got to fly in style.
Oh, of course they get first class.
But like it was awesome because on social media they did actually post pictures of them on the flight. So they were comfortable as much as you can be on a plane. Though I still think it's uncomfortable. Sitting for that long and time zone changes.
Yeah, that is. You're 12 hours?
Yeah, I heard that some of the wrestlers,
6-7 hours? A lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
When you never do it. Some people get used to it, like, baseball players and stuff, they're traveling all the time. But sumo wrestlers don't travel, so.
Yeah.
So
does Japan only have one time zone?
Yes. I don't think they
didn't know it. Yeah.
I don't think they do daylight savings time.
They don't mess with their clocks at all.
Which,
they're smart.
By the way.
Oh, my goodness.
It's going to be rough.
Oh, my goodness. Another living person near me, I'm going to complain about daylight savings time. I swear. Every day.
Literally just happened. Help us. Why?
Right. Every year. Everyone gets sick of me complaining.
You complain for about 2 weeks, and then you're just like, all right.
Just give up. Anyway, Hoshoryu, Onosato, 2 Yokozunas are going to thrash, and that alone will make November fun.
Yes.
But we've got 40 other reasons that it's going to be fun.
Right, and 40 other guys who want to get themselves in the conversation, we'll say.
How better to end the year?
Yeah, everybody wants to end the year on the highest note they can. But, it's going to make it hard for these predictions of who wins the U-Show when it's like, who's going to win the U-Show. Why are we even doing this anymore? But that's a side note. Anyway, best of luck, Hoshoryu. Now we go to our struggling, troubled Koto Sakura. Ozeki won East, our only Ozeki, 9-5-1. Gets hurt against Hoshoryu in that, was it day 14?
Day 13. And then it was the day 14 freebie that went to Onosato, and that was so wild.
Yes. So, Koto Sakura affecting things with or in and out of the ring. So, I don't know if he's even going to participate. That is like an open question as to what he's going to do.
I think at time of recording, it's not confirmed. I think he was practicing.
I heard, yes, he was practicing because there's records against Sato, I think.
Now there's a world of a difference between practicing and performing and being able to be as awesome as he was in September.
Yeah,
which I think is the biggest tragedy is that when that 9-4, I was like, oh,
he's back.
He's back. He's figuring out how to fight around his injuries. He's doing the Ozeki thing of evolving his game where other people can't.
I'm starting to think Ozeki's cursed.
I don't think you need to think about that. It's cursed. It is 100% absolutely a cursed rank.
We have not seen like a nice, good result for Ozeki in a while, unless they like just dropped in for a minute, like Ono Sato or Terunofuji, and they're like, let me get out, like, real quick.
Career Ozeki is absolutely brutal.
Yeah.
So, optimistically, he healed. He stayed home from London.
Yes. So he doesn't
The
have
injury kept
any
him
of
out.
that stuff that they're going to be dealing with.
So no jet lag, no missing out, no staying up late doing the Beatles album cover.
There were some great videos of Abi. Abi had a blast.
The social media has been a darling to us.
Uh-huh.
So it just boils down to how that knee is. And we are going to figure that out first 5 days.
Yeah, if he participates, I feel like he will participate and then try it out.
Yeah. There's the Warriors code, which he does have to his credit, where he just tries to tough it out, and then if it doesn't work, he's just Kadoban. There's him just taking it. Fixing
Which is
the
better
knees.
for healing. But then he's Kadoban, right? No, he's not Kadoban.
He's 95-1. So he could skip November entirely, get those things cleaned up, and then come back in January and clear Kadoban.
Kind of feels like that's a smarter move, but yeah, I don't know.
I just gave an exasperated shrug to Maria because it's the paradox of what's smarter is not always what you do and not always what you think is smarter.
Right.
But if we were doing sumo, I'm pretty sure we would fight on busted knees too. So,
yeah.
Yep. If you were Kodazakura, you're fighting on busted knees. You're not listening to some dudes halfway across the planet who's never been in the ring.
No, if you want something bad enough, especially martial arts, you're going.
You're going. Mm-hmm. You're going. Take me up. I don't care. I'll figure it out. So, in any case, Kodazakura, maybe we see him, maybe we don't.
We'll probably find out like 5 minutes beforehand. So
I would love even a pinch of that September charm, because that was the first light we've seen out of him in a year.
Yeah, it's nice to see the Yokozuna performing well and the Ozeki.
Yeah, that's what we want.
We kind of need a new one though as well. Someone to join him.
Well, speaking about that.
Exactly. I wanted to segue into our next guy. Aonishiki Sekewake won East up from Kumasubi won West 11-4. 4 consecutive 11-4 records. So, if you had any question about his ability, I'm wondering why. Now, there were a lot of skeptics 2 tournaments ago who were like, he's getting figured out. He's going to be figured out. Okay, so here's the problem with that theory. You can figure him out, and then he just comes up with something else. He's got a mind that's just swirling with ideas, and he loves it. You can tell that he loves it. He likes the idea of, oh, you figured this out? Let me try something else. He reminds me of the type that would study tape. I don't know if he is, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. It's worth pointing out that the 11-4 records are exponentially harder to achieve every rank up he gets.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, on paper, you're like, oh, yeah, just 11-4, he's just good. But it's just like, he got 11-4 at the bottom of the division. Already difficult. Then he goes up to the middle of the division. Now you're fighting people leagues better than the people you got before. Still the 11-4. Then he was down in, now he's Sekiwake. And he was, what? You just said it. He was Kamasubi. So he was the bottom.
Sanyaku curse quotes.
Yeah, he blows that out of the water. And it is because he's constantly evolving his game. Like you said, he's constantly working on it, sharpening the sword. Like if we look at other people pretty nearby, like if we look at Hirada Umi, if we look at Tamawashi, we look at Oshoma, we look at Wakamoto Haro. These are people who hit walls.
We've seen people hit walls far more often than we see the kind of success.
That is the rule. Aonishiki is the exception.
Right. Every once in a while, you get one of these exceptional talents, and they do what he's doing. Like you could see it right away if you wanted to, that there's something special about him.
So because one of those 11 and 4s, I'm just going to show you what they look like. Look at that. Oh my God. It's filling the screen right there. So because this 11 and 4 was Megashiro 1, they will on occasion allow that to count for your Ozeki run.
Yeah.
Because you're so close to Sanyaku. So there is rumors around the water cooler that he's technically 22 wins to 33. Now, we were mentioning about this with Wakataka Kage in September before his tragic 6 and 9, but depending on how Kodozakura does, depending on how the rest of the Sanyaku do.
Yep. And also depending on if he takes a win off of the Yokozuna.
Yes. Like there are some scenarios where, Yusho or not, they'll promote him.
Right. It's not as strict. Well, strict isn't even the right word. It's not as defined as, say, the Yokozuna run, because you've seen people who get the 33 wins and they make them try again. But then you've seen, like, Goedo, for instance, came up with 31 wins. He didn't even need the 33.
Get a Zenso Yusho, you get up there.
Exactly. So they kind of play around with the rules for this a lot more.
So we have the big hype, I'll say, coming into November is Aonishiki theoretically could either be an Ozeki into January or would be having a very solid run for Ozeki going into January. Again, whether or not that Megashiro 1 is going to count. Now, if it's another 11 and 4 and he's not really near the cup,
it's iffy.
A little iffy. But even a 12 and 3.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if he gets a 12 and 3 and one of those wins is a Yokozuna, I think they give it to him.
So, this is definitely a strong look forward to this, particularly in the climate where the last 3-4 Ozeki runs have fallen flat.
I think I'm going to change what I just said slightly. He has beaten Hoshoryu twice, so they might actually make a contingent on beating Onosato specifically.
Potentially. Well,
anyway.
Well, if he wants to be 12 and 3, then he's got to probably need to beat one of them, if not both of them.
Yeah, if he beats both of them, I think it's done.
Case closed. Put him up.
That's the requirement to be Ozeki, is that you are capable of beating a Yokozuna.
Yep. And then if Kodozakura shows up, that's another win that's going to be telling.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be wild. It's going to be, we find like day 14, it's like, wow, there's 20 scenarios of interesting things that could happen. So, yeah, we'll have to see, but it's exciting. And I think he is quite the tremendous fighter, and I look forward to what else he's got to show us. Now, our next guy, Mr. Oho, Sekiwaki 1 West, up from Megashiro 2 West, 10 and 5. So, it was a powerful September performance. It puts him back into Sekiwake, back into like where we thought he should be, but I'm still confused by him.
Yes.
Very confused.
Yes.
I don't know who Oho is. Is he a Sanyaku, or does he just keep lucking into Sanyaku with a good tournament at the right time? He's so inconsistent.
Yep. The last time this scenario happened, which was, I think, almost identical, he just pole vaults up into Sekiwake. Right here. Right. 12 and 3, technique prize. He almost wins the Yusho.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, he's made it. Sekiwake, this is easy. 6 and 9. 7 and 8. 7 8. What?
And then we're like, okay, we've lost faith.
Okay. So he's still fighting well. And again, like this win here against Aonishiki in September, this was a masterpiece. Mm-hmm. So he's got it in him. He's got the talent. He's getting better at pulling the talent out.
Yeah, there's like something that stifles him in the middle of a tournament.
But it's not the faucet isn't turned all the way open.
Yes. Yes, I like that analogy.
And so you could look at the quality of people he beat in September and say, oh, yeah, he's going to do well. Or you can look at the last time this happened and say, oh, he's going to do another 6-9.
Right. And some people we know how it's like, oh, yeah, if it's Shodai, he's definitely going to lose now. We don't know what Oho's going to do.
No, it is equally as likely that he does well for himself, everything clicks, and we're like, oh, man, he's figuring this out. Or he's a 6-9, he's a 5-10, eating dirt, and we are once again confused.
Yes, it's been an interesting ride with Oho.
Somebody please flip a coin.
Yeah, flip a coin. Tell us. Yeah. Somebody who did good on Guess the Bonsuke, you make a prediction.
Flip a coin. Heads, it's 10-5. Tails, it's 5-10.
Yeah, exactly.
Just let us know in the comments what happened.
There are so many past fighters we could say that about. So now we will move on to Takanosho. Komusubi 1 East, up from Higashira 7 East. It makes sense, but I was a little surprised.
I was pleasantly surprised.
It was a good surprise.
Happy.
But I'm like, whoa, okay. This is a nice vote of confidence from them that they're like, you're back, man. You belong in Sanyaku. So for those of you who might have just started watching sumo, Sanyaku is where Takanosho really was. That was like, he was so consistent there until, I'm guessing it was the injury that knocked him out originally. And then he just couldn't find his way back. So this is like a revival to a great time in his career. And I just hope that he physically can hold up. I'm not a believer yet that he's back to Sanyaku level.
I'm just happy to see him on the Komusubi. I feel like this is just the callback. Conventional wisdom is he's going to fight really well, but just isn't going to be able to get the wins.
Yeah, because I just don't see him beating, the guys above him.
He has a lot of problems all of a sudden.
Yes.
I think he'll surprise people. I think he'll fight a lot. Those spirited losses.
Yes, he's a spirited guy. He's not someone who takes his chances for granted.
Yeah. That being said, he was really close on getting some wins on some top people in September.
And a 12-3 like 2 years ago is a Yusho.
So, yeah, I wouldn't count him out.
Yeah, and let's not count out his coach. His coach was like a mini version of him now. There was a time where he was bigger than Takanosho, and now he's like the size of Gyoji, but that's neither here nor there. I think he'll be out to share some wisdom, and I think they're both going to be pretty hyped to like make a splash. Yeah. We'll see if it helps. I mean, I got to root for it. I got to believe.
Again, it's so good to see him in Sanyaku again. I didn't think that possible.
I really
couldn't
believe it.
I'm gonna be smiling at his name for the next 15 days of sumo.
I know. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Yup.
No matter what. Okay, another person who this is just so funny, isn't it? Takayasu, Komusubi 1 West, down from Komusubi 1 East. He is the king of maintaining his Sanyaku spot.
Master of the hold.
He's master of the hold. It's a combination of seniority and, he earns it. He works hard. He really does maintain that Ozeki spirit even in a loss. But we don't ever know what kind of condition he's going to be in when he shows up.
This is now just the rule. Healthy Takayasu is a menace. He's basically an Ozeki in the Komusubi rank. He will destroy people.
But Takayasu with a back that's hurting, he either stays out for 5 days and then comes back and he does great, or he's done. And then he drops right back down and we just do this all over again.
So here's two more healthy days than not for Takayasu.
Yes. Let's hope he can squeak some more.
8 healthy days.
Which I think this is a great opportunity to quickly say it's very sad to see that Endo has finally retired.
Endo Intai.
We knew it was coming. We're kind of glad it happened because the last time he was in the ring, he literally looked like he was going to die.
He did look like he was going to die.
So I think everybody, his family especially, is probably pretty thrilled that he's just hanging it up. So
yep, he has his elder stock ready to go. They was handed right off to him. And he'll be coaching now.
Yeah. And I guess he was pretty good buddies with Mitakayumi because Mitakayumi was posting a lot of pictures of him with Endo and stuff like that.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. I mean, we're starting to lose some of the old guard. You know, this has been happening for me and John, but like now it's like the guys who are like, they've got a long time before they retire. It's like, oh, we're there.
We're there now.
Darn.
It happened to us.
So anyway, best of luck to you, Endo. His new coach name is like a weird one. Okay, let's move forward to Haku Oho. Maegashira 1 East, up for Maegashira 2 East. This made perfect sense. 8-7. So he's on the doorstep of Sanyaku.
There was some contention about whether he or Takanosho would get the Sanyaku rank. I forget what we picked.
I think we picked
but
Haku Oho, but I don't know.
But well,
now.
At this point, like you said, it makes sense. It was an 8-7. He goes up 1 rank. Mm-hmm. So for Haku Oho, this is the make them have no choice moment.
Right, like you've gotten to a point where you could have got in and it wasn't good enough, but now at Maegashira 1 East, all you gotta do is get a Kachikoshi, unless something really weird happens, but it should be his for the taking. But he's another one, like he can beat Ono Sato, but then he goes 8-7. It just, we kind of know with him, definitely there are injury issues. He seems to have a different injured body part every time. None of it seems serious enough that he has to pull out. But I mean, there's a lot of tape on him, and it's always a different spot. So
it is a struggle. It's great to watch.
Oh, he's such a great fighter.
So talented, so powerful, young, everything we want. But it's a struggle every time, and so November is going to be his biggest struggle yet.
Yes.
Great news for us watching.
Yeah, I mean, we've got plenty of people to root for and wonder, who's going to upset who. I mean, it is great for us, but then there are going to be heartbreaking moments for sure.
Yeah, well, we are reaching the point where there's a lot of people who want to be in Sanyaku and not a lot of places for them to go.
They kind of need Ao and Nishiki to take that Ozeki spot so they can have some spots open
That will
up.
be convenient,
Yes.
certainly, because then we're going to have that spot freed up. But then you're looking at it and you're like, well...
Who's gonna take it?
Yeah, when I was going through the notes, I was just like, okay, Wakataka Kage, he'll go back up. He's like Kirishima, oh yeah, he'll probably go back up. And I'm going Wakamoto Haru, yeah, he'll probably go back up. I'm looking at him, it's like, wait a minute, there's not
room for that.
There's not room for that. Somebody's gonna be upset.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be Wakataka Kage, but I mean, it might be the time to make that transition. Haku Oho, best of luck. We will see if you can stay injury free this time. And we will talk about Wakataka Kage. Maegashira 1 West, down from Sekiwaki 1 East. Unfortunately, in the middle of an Ozeki run, it all falls apart. And not only does he not get Ozeki, but he gets kicked out of Sanyaku with a 6-9. The Ozeki run is as cursed as the Ozeki roll.
Ozeki is the worst. Also, Ozeki runs are the worst. Yes. Also, being in Sanyaku is the worst. The worst. All the way down. Bad. Equally, well, actually not equally the worst. Ozeki is just the worst. And then
you work so hard, and these Ozeki runs are ridiculously hard.
This is
just to get into Ozeki and then get hurt, and then you're out in 2 tournaments.
This is like not only is the Ozeki run done, but now he needs to get back into
the Ozeki run.
Start
a brand new 3 tournament.
Everything gone.
He's got to be a bit discouraged. He's going to have to keep it simple, get a good score in November. That's literally all he can do, and then start again.
Yep, it is recovery mode. We know he has it in him to bounce back up. Both Waka brothers, they deal with adversity very well.
Yeah, and they have each other to train with, so, I mean, that's a huge advantage.
At this point, it's not a matter of, like, a morale break. Like, it's not like going to be a Koto Shoho collapse or like an Atami Fuji struggle. Like we're not in that kind of a problem right now. It is more or less, can he get back on the bike and can he keep evolving to try to keep up with all these crazy people?
Well, that's what's tough. And we've kind of discussed this ad nauseum with Hoshoryu, but there comes a point where if you don't achieve the rank, you get stuck.
Yeah.
because you get injuries in particular are the problem. Once you get the rank, you still have to train harder than ever, but like the monkey's off your back. In this case, Wakatake Kage has to train really hard, but if he trains too hard, he gets injured. That's the Kotozakura thing, so it's tough. He's going to have a sit down with Takayasu, who's like, listen, let me tell you about what's going on in my life. And, just be very singularly focused on the present. And don't worry about runs.
Yep. A winning record out of him, and we're like, okay, everything's fine. If he gets another Makakoshi, then there's...
Then it's a whole other...
Then he's in a spin. That's bad.
Because he is, he's not super old, but he's getting old.
Yep, he's running out of time just a little bit.
Yeah, like I said, the accumulated injuries over time, that's been Takayasu's issue. Like, there was a golden moment where he could have tried again, and it's like, that's over. Now, if you might possibly get a Yusho,
that's all we need. That's all we need.
Week-long party if he gets a Yusho. So, I guess we're going to have to see if he can dig deep. I hope he can. But for now, he gets taken out of our spotlight for amazing things.
No runs for you.
And this is a good transition to Kirishima, who a very similar thing happened to, actually, look at this. Same score.
Yep.
Kicked out of Sanyaku as well. So all it takes, be a little bit off, and you're out.
It was a weird hot and cold for him. I can't
help but feel this was also another physical condition situation.
Seems like it.
Now, we know that Kirishima has a neck problem, and boy, have we gone down that path before, it's never good. It's the unfortunate thing. You could be the most talented guy in the world, but if you don't feel good, you're going to have inconsistent tournaments. You're going to have moments where you really show your real self, and the very next day, you feel terrible and you can't show it. So... I don't know. I want to think positive for Kirishima, but I think he is as much a wild card as maybe even Oho. He might be on the Oho level. Capable of much? Question mark as to whether he can carry it out.
He was starting it. He was starting to get that consistency back again, and then the 6 and 9 happened. So he had this going for him. This was looking nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the year was nice. 2025 was nice for him. It wasn't because he's 8 and 7s. It's not. He's not on a run,
but he's maintaining.
But he's maintaining, and that is how Kiribayama became Kirishima.
Yeah,
he built from the base, but then it's just this lack of consistency from the injuries that he didn't have when he was Kiribayama. So similar notes for him though is that Kachikoshi means that he's right the ship. He's figuring things out. If it's another setback, then it could be in a tumble. It could be a larger problem, which is just you can't have problems up here anymore. These guys, Sanyaku, the top 3 ranks of Megashira. This is now the place of violence. There's no softness like there was before.
No, and it's funny because both Kirishima and Wakatake Kage were the top guys in that softer time. They were the ones getting 12 and 3 Yushos and stuff like that. And now they're fighting on to see a lot of people surpass them and the quality of sumo just kind of get beyond them. And like I said, I think it has a lot to do with physical condition. It's a crazy world where the more you train, the better you get, but also the greater the risk. So, best of luck to Kirishima as we move on to another guy in a similar spot. Better score, though. Wakamoto Haru, Maegashira 2 West, up from Maegashira 4 West. So he had a good September, which this was good. He's in a similar boat where you're like, what kind of Wakamoto Haru are we going to see? He is the elder brother, and, he's heading into veteran territory at this point. But the two of them seem to kind of follow rank-wise. Notice how they're not too far away from each other. Away. And they never have to face each other, so they got a nice little, advantage there up in the top. So, The question is his foot finally free of injury so that he can do all of those crazy moves?
It looked like he was fixing the holes in his game. His September, he had the speed and the sort of the aggression that was always his weakness. And optimistically, he's sort of showing the path that Kirishima and Wakataka Kage Kincaid, is that they regroup and then they bound upwards. But for Wakamoto Haru, it's, as we always say, 2 tournaments makes the pattern, because everything was working out for him with the better tachi, getting to his favorite stance better. Like, that's how he's got his September, that he looks so good, and almost got that win off of Onosato. Like, he was he's getting that level. That had
to like pump him up a little bit to like, I can do this.
He can do this. Exactly. You taste it.
Even if you get the, Kimboshi, like, take it.
Yep. So it really is a matter of Wakamoto Haru whether or not the improvements and the refinements we saw in September can carry over.
Right.
And also, as you were mentioning, keep himself healthy, which the older you get, the more that's a factor.
Yeah, unless you're Tamawashi, you've gotta be concerned all the time. So, we're not quite there to him yet, because we're going to speak about Hieda Umi. Maegashira 3 East up from Maegashira 4 East with an 8 and 7. So, he's that spirit guy. He's going to give you everything he has, every single match. Hasn't always worked out for him in recent times, but an 8 and 7 is good. It's what you got to strive for, especially when you're in this patch of, your matches can go either way. A lot of Hieda Umi's matches are like that, where they're on the edge. If something went just a little bit different, he could have won, and that's how he winds up with these 8 and 7s. He's close to Sanyaku if he could just pull off.
Yeah. He's clawing for every inch he can get. Mm-hmm. So he had that stint in Kamasubi, then he fell out of it, and he's not been able to put together the kind of a performance that can convince people he can make his way back in.
If we recall, Daisho was a slow starter like that. Remember Daisho? It took a while for him to be...
There was a time where Daisho being in Sanyaku was sort of a joke.
Yeah.
It was a dream. It was just like
Daisho.
Yeah, it was just like, he's not going to... Or like, it was just like, also like when he got there, like, you're not staying.
And it took a while before it was like, oh, he's a mainstay. And I feel similar vibes to Hieda Umi.
He's still growing. He's got time to work. And again, he's moving upwards. Mm-hmm. It's not these leaps and bounds.
Slow growth.
He's slow growth. And that's just as good. And November for him is the proving grounds.
Yeah.
Because at September, like, he was pushed to his limit and just barely got that 8 and 7. So now in November, it's, he's going to just have to keep doing that.
Right. He's going to fight very similar opponents going from 4 to 2.
Yes.
So, like, if he can make an improvement, get a 9 and 6, this is good. If he gets another 8 and 7, still good.
Still good.
But anything less than that, it's like,
you're
not ready.
He is fighting the blades in the blender. That is where he is. And he could win. He could lose. Like, really, it is go out there and nobody knows the answer to this. He doesn't know the answer to this. The only way we're going to know is 15 days of fighting.
Uh-huh. And then we'll be surprised, I'm sure, at the end of this tournament. Either way, like, oh, okay.
Yep. And we'll get to see him fight 15 days.
He's going to make everything interesting, and then every match he's in.
Just a car crash every time. It's great. Like a really good, powerful.
Yes, not
a disaster. Just like the force of the car. Anyway, you get it.
I got you.
You get me.
Okay, so speaking of forces, we must speak about Ura. Once again, another guy, but in his own category. You can't compare him to anybody. Who just out of nowhere, 10 and 5, and he was doing a lot of straight up sumo. A lot less of his. Let me throw my head back and flip you over my head, or grab your arm. And, he did a lot of like, let me show you that I can push. Let me show you that I can grapple. Let me show you that I can go for the belt. And the result is Maegashira 3 West.
Maegashira 3. Former Kamasubi, remember?
Yes.
Which so like he's been up here before. It's interesting though, because like you said, he got up here by a return to fundamentals and just really doing solid straight up sumo. But what's interesting about this is that fighting traditionally isn't really going to work up here.
No, he has to bring the tricks back.
Exactly. Like now he goes for broke.
Yeah. It's like I got up here and now I'm going to do crazy stuff.
So I was thinking about it'd be like, oh, it'd be interesting. Like if he just, him and Hiro to Umi just clean, powerful Tachi, and then we just see who hits harder. And I was thinking about it, I was just like, no. The way he wins is by being so insane that even he doesn't know what he's doing.
Which is true.
Which is also his brand.
He's like a painter. You put the paint in front of him and he just kind of does some swipes until he like is inspired by something.
Yeah. And he is going to be fighting both Yokozuna.
Now, so
I do think that both of them are just going to handle him. I think they have a history of handling him.
But still.
You still get to see him.
The Yokozuna are going to be standing there like, wow, this dude is popular. Because the crowd's going to be going so much more wild for Ura than either of them, when typically they get all the, hype because it's either the last match or it's, the Yokozuna. Nobody matches Ura.
Last match of the day, Ura. Come on, that's worth it all by itself.
The building's roof is just going to blow off.
Senjiraku, let's go.
Him against Hoshuri was highly amusing to me.
It's going to be great. And then he's also going to be fighting everybody we talked about.
Yeah.
Because he's that high up. You're getting Murderer's Row.
And the thing is, it might be hard to remember, but Ura's been around a long time.
He's shockingly not as young as his Majin Buu face makes him look like.
Exactly. He looks like a fresh-faced new guy, but it's like, he's been here a long time.
And there is a small, but a non-zero chance that he does a fisherman's throw on Aonishiki and just completely throws everything off.
I want to see this.
Dude.
I want to see this so bad.
I want
Ura versus Aonishiki, like...
They're both low. They're both traditional wrestlers. They both do weird stuff.
I just hope it isn't like really quick, like somebody gets to jump and the other one's not ready for it.
It might happen that way, but like in the alternate reality, they both turn into pretzels and then they just spin in the air.
They just keep spinning until someone lands.
They spin and spin and spin and spin, and then they just take off and they fly off.
And Tobizaru comes in with the chair.
You see, this is how good Ura is. He doesn't even need to be fighting.
You don't even see how big the smiles on our faces are. I hope you can hear it in our voices, but we're having a really fun time imagining Ura matches right now.
Ura is his own reward.
He is. And not a surprise, but he did win the fan award at the London tournament for everyone's favorite wrestler. Dude, when it comes to merch, there's no wrestler has as much merch as Ura. I'm telling you that right now. I found it everywhere, and I'm thinking about buying some.
Nice.
Why not?
Nice.
So, best of luck, Ura. Please entertain us as you always do. And you already know that because your fans are just like begging for you every time you're around. Now, we move on to Tamawashi, who is, I wouldn't say equally as popular, but definitely popular in his own unique way. Because he is turning 41 in November.
Oh, it's his birthday.
His birthday tournament. And people just can't get enough of the fact that this guy is still fighting at this level. Right now, he is Maegashira 4 East. He did have a drop because he had a 6-9. But, that's what Tamawashi does. He has a tournament where he's like, I'm not feeling so great. I'm 41. I mean...
Honestly, a 6-9 against these people we're talking about is damn impressive.
Yeah.
It is... So he fought really well, and he's if he has even a piece of that in November, he might catch Chikoshi.
Very
legitimately,
possible.
he's been doing really well for himself.
Well, what I noticed in his matches was just a little bit of the stamina drying up. So he was still aggressive in the matches, but if they went on a little too long at the edge, he didn't have it to finish the match off. I didn't see him less of himself, just looking a little more tired. That's it. So, I mean, if he finds a way to boost himself up, I could see a Kachikoshi.
We'll see what London did for him.
Yeah, I hope he was showered with love in London. I didn't get to see much about him, but I hope they all recognize this dude, like 40 years old, in the top 5 in the whole thing. I mean, come on. It's insane.
It's a great story.
It is. I hope, I just, when he retires, like, it's just not going to be good. It's not going to be good. People are going to be like, the dream is over. I wanted him to go till 50. He is also like a sumo wrestler's wrestler. Like,
oh yeah, he's the veteran's veteran.
He is. Like, everybody's rooting for him. Everybody.
Oh yeah.
Even Hakaku doesn't like anybody. He's like, yeah, Tamawashi will go to 50. Oh, he's going to be the most popular wrestler when he retires. They're all going to want interviews and stuff. But anyway, best of luck to Tamawashi. Now we will move on to Oshoma. Maegashira 4 West, up from 7 West with a 9-6. So he's had the ups and downs. We've sort of trying to figure out, you know, where's Oshoma's ceiling? Where is his potential? Like, where does he need to crack?
This is a very interesting question because this time last year, he was Megashira 4 West. And he had this sort of this rise up. So
yeah,
in the beginning of the year, he comes in, he's a hot prospect. He gets this double digit sophomore slump, double digit, and then he hits Megashira 4 and we're like, you're in for a world of hurt.
And he showed it.
And he wasn't ready for the rank. This year, he rebuilds. He gets to Kamasubi, and then he gets a 9-6 off of that. So now he's ready for it. He is showing himself from the beginning of 2024. He's in Juryo to a year and a half later. Now he's in Megashira 4, and there's a really good chance he holds it.
Yeah, he's an understated fighter. Like, some guys, they really stand out to you right away. He's just sort of under the radar, quietly doing his thing. And he could be a spoiler. He really could upset some tournaments. He could pole vault into Sanyaku again, and other guys who thought, oh, I'll be in there. Like, he's capable of a 10-5 there.
He's very quietly improving his game. He's not just refining his own sort of backwards, lateral, controlling angles movements, but he's been moving forward, and he's been getting aggressive, and like he's doing other things. Like, he's checking all the boxes for, I'm making myself a better sumo wrestler, and I'm not going to let someone stand in my way. So this is going to be very fascinating from sort of like a long perspective, like a time capsule.
Right, where he is now compared to where he will be.
Exactly. And when I realized it was the exact same rank from a year before,
that's crazy.
and the interest, like, and the perspective is completely different just 1 year later. Like, this is going to be the perfect test to see exactly how much he's grown.
Which is why you can never look at just raw stats without knowing the story. It just doesn't tell you much. Like, there's a difference between him and Maegashira 4 last year and now.
It is. He's got a lot going on for him, and so this isn't to say he's not gonna Kachikoshi. Like, he could. Like if Kirishima and Wakataka Kage are just in a tailspin, then you can get those.
I mean, look at this scenario where Takayasu's hurt, Takanosho underperforming, Haka Oho doing his 8-7 thing.
Yeah.
Wakataka. There's enough guys in this area that a good Oshoma could do well.
Yeah. Like, he is somebody who will take a win off of you on a day you'd rather not have it. So.
And you just got to do that for 15 days. Yeah. You got to be that guy every day for 15 days, and you have a great tournament.
It is also interesting because he's going to be fighting both the Yokozuna again. And when he was on, I think he was on one of those 10-5s. Like, he was on a run, and so like they chucked him up to the then Ozeki Hoshoryu. Maybe it was Yokozuna. And Oshoma was just like, I can't handle this pressure.
Right.
There's a lot of pressure in the ring. Now he knows what the pressure is.
Yeah, you've got to experience that pressure. You can be told about it, but it's not the same as feeling it.
So he's had a year of feeling it, and he is absorbing.
Yes.
I know. It's exciting.
It's exciting because we don't really know what could happen, but there's some great potential for good there. Now, this is going to throw me off so much because I wanted to say Kusano, and lo and behold, I have a new name to read. Yoshino Fuji, Maegashira 5 East, up from 6 West, 8-7. the artist formerly known as Kusano. Yoshino Fuji had a great September.
Yep, it was his career highest rank, and he improved it. It was definitely a struggle for Yoshino Fuji. I'm looking at the name. While I'm
I know.
saying I have to drill it into my head. I love seeing a Yoshi back.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yoshikaze
Yeah.
he was one of our very early darlings.
Yeah, we loved Yoshikaze.
So now we got Yoshino Fuji, and we're just gonna have to translate over all of the Yoshi's Island jokes onto him now.
I know, right? It's perfect.
I appreciate it. Like it was one of those like, who's Yoshino Fuji? Oh,
yeah. When you first sent that to me, I'm like, what is happening? And I really couldn't process it. I'm like, oh wait, that's right, Kusano.
I know. Yeah, you look at the face, you're like, okay, him.
What's happening here?
Does make me wonder if they're gonna make Hakuoho change his name.
I know, and especially in light of everything that's gone on.
That's it, but
that could have happened with Taka Keisho, and it never did.
It's true.
Because that Taka was definitely from Taka no Hana's characters. So there was the Taka from Taka no Hana. So maybe they'll just leave him alone, but they do seem to want to have the Fuji thing.
It is an Isegahama thing. I did not go through the Isegahama stable list.
We can
whatever.
We're doing it now.
It's our show. No one tells me what to do. All right.
Especially not these guys.
Yeah, all right. Fuji. Are there any
lower ranked Fujis?
They're all Fuji.
It's a little too much.
Well,
maybe I'm being a jerk. I don't know.
There's Senshoho. Let's see.
Okay, so we know
there was a guy who was like Sei Hakuho, I think.
Yes, his name must have changed.
So they made a pass.
Really?
So there was a Sei Hakuho.
I don't think he retired or anything.
There's a little bit of that.
Some of the young guys were retiring. I don't know. We're gonna have to look that up.
Where's Enho? There's Enho.
Yeah, he's not changing.
Oh no, never mind. Here's Sei Hakuho.
Oh, okay.
Never mind.
Okay.
He
made it up.
Makusa 5. Look at him.
Before you know, we'll be talking about him.
Egg on my face. I'm like, I think Sei Hakuho's trash. Let me go look down here. Nope, all the way up there.
You see, this is what happens when you do your own thing. It never works out for you.
I'll wear it. Yeah. By the way, yes, I do meticulous notes because whenever I go off script like that, this is exactly what happens.
Oh, it happens to me too. Like, oh yeah, I can answer any Taka Keisho trivia. Who was his last match against him that took away his dreams? Who? Oh, I don't know. Teruno Fuji.
Yeah. All right. Well,
still smarting over that one.
So Yoshino Fuji changed his name. It appears to be his own choice. Maybe, not sure. Yeah. Something going on.
There's something with the Yoshi, at least.
Yeah.
I'm not the Fuji, but.
Yeah. Well, ultimately, it's none of our business. He can call himself whatever he wants. He's a grown man.
Like you said before, he did not go to London, so.
Yes.
I don't know. The word on the street, once again, you guys look it up, see if it's true. Word on the street is that he was injured and didn't think he could perform well in London, even though there was talk about passports.
It's a weird ping pong match. That the original news that came out is that he had some passport issues, like his passport expired and he didn't check or something like that. And then he comes out when he was talking about Yoshino Fuji, and he's just like, no, I actually got injured. My passport's fine. And
it's like, where did this all...
Well, yeah. What we know for a fact is that he did not go to London. So bringing back to your original point, that could be the X factor where...
If he's feeling good, I mean, we know what he's capable of. When he first came in, he was pretty, dominant. Yep. If he feels more rested than everyone else and he's not injured in a way that he can't overcome, then maybe he could be a dark horse.
It could be. It could be the edge he needs.
I don't see him as a dark horse to win the U show per se, but at least a dark horse to have a good tournament.
Good tournament. Take a win off of somebody you didn't think you would lose to.
Yes.
So at 5, he will be in range of the Sanyaku, but it's worth noticing that multiple members of the Sanyaku have also moved down to get in range of him. So it's going to be a tough go for Mr. Yoshi here. I was scrolling down for Kusano.
Yeah,
and then I was just like, "Where's Kusano?" Oh wait, yeah, duh, that thing that we literally were talking about for 10 minutes. Oh,
I have a really hard time when somebody changes their name. So it's gonna take a little getting used to.
We'll get used to it.
Especially a Y in the middle of the whole thing. Like I expect to see a Y at the end.
Well, also what's throwing us off is like when it was Koto no Waka to Koto Zakura. Like we were
Close.
we're close enough. Kirabayama to Kirishima. We're like, okay, we get this. There is no Kusano. There's no overlap at all. It's just an entirely new name.
Exactly. It's like, why even bother having a name like the first name? So I wonder where Kusano came from, if that was his actual name or not.
Let's find out. Hang on.
Because I know that sometimes
it was his real name.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
He did the Ishihara thing.
Yeah. Ishihara never changed his name, though.
No.
Credit to him. Anyway, Yoshi no Fuji, best of luck. Now, perhaps one of the biggest surprises of September, Shodai is back up to Maegashira 5 West from Maegashira 11 East with a 10-5.
I loved Time Machine Shodai.
Time Machine Shodai was something else. I was glad for the new people to see what Shodai's capable of. There was a little bit of like freaking out where they're like, why is Shodai doing so good? Guys, he used to be an Ozeki. It wasn't a fluke. It's really hard to get to Ozeki. In fact, it wasn't a Hakuho who had a lot of trouble with him because he was just hard to move.
Hakuho frequently says in interviews that he never figured Shodai out.
Because he's a weird fighter, man.
Wasn't there one fight like he did the weird shotgun Tachi-ai when he was fighting Shodai?
Yes.
He steps up and he goes like 3 to 4 paces away from the starting line. On Shodai
to get a little extra
so that
momentum.
He can do the stand-up Tachi-ai and like look at him as he's going in. This is also like the later years of Hakuho
where he was like starting to fade out.
When he was fading out, and so he started doing weird.
He played a lot of mind games with people.
It was beautiful, by the way.
It was beautiful. I enjoyed it. So let me give a quick analysis on Shodai for people who don't know much about him. The thing about him is on the Tachi-ai, he stands up and absorbs the hits. And when he was a young guy, you could do that. You could literally bounce off of him and be totally befuddled. After getting into a car accident like this over and over and over again for 10 years, you can't absorb it as much. And I think when somebody gets him particularly hard on the Tachi-ai, he just doesn't have it in him anymore to be like, yeah, like it's gotta hurt. This dude's got some internal injuries after all those Tachi-ai absorptions.
It's quite possible.
So anyway, back to his current self. I had theories that maybe Shodai had some extra incentive to want to do well in this tournament. That may be true, may not be true, but it certainly will make us like if he goes back to his usual performance, 5-10, 6-9, or whatever, we'll know that he was extra spirited for this tournament.
It feels likely that it was just September. He wanted it to work, and so he made it work, and he dug deep for it. If this is some weird veteran resurgence,
which we saw with Nishikigi.
Like, I was when I was on the drive over, I was just like, wait a minute. What if he's just on a tear for no reason? Because this is what happens.
It does.
Chiyoshoma did it.
Yeah.
Nishikigi, like you said, did it. Just sometimes the veterans wake up and are like, nope, we're doing.
For a little while, I'm just going to show you all what I can do. Yeah. Yeah. So, if Shodai lives up to that potential that he has had all this time, he could be real trouble for some of these guys. I mean, he is a former Ozeki. I know it sounds weird, but he is.
On the flip side, maybe he looked at the Banzuke and just like, crap.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do this.
It was just a little too high.
But then you have the November factor. Maybe he wants to end out the year good.
Yeah.
But then you always have January is a new year, so I want to do good in January too. So, I don't know.
If there's ever anybody who would both defy and mock your expectations, one way or the other.
Mm-hmm. Why have expectations for him? You just can't.
It's impossible.
Can't say good, can't say bad, just say Shodai.
It's a singularity.
It is.
Yeah, I like that though. Can't say good, can't say bad. Yeah. It's just Shodai.
It's just Shodai. Oh my goodness, it's going on a t-shirt.
Do it. Put it on a t-shirt.
I promise the t-shirts will come. I promise. But I'm loving that shirt. That might be the first one. So now we're going to go to a bit of a downer because I know a lot of people are like hurting internally for Atami Fuji. Maegashira 6 East, down from Maegashira 3 East. It could have been worse. 5-10. So the setback is like bearable, but what's not bearable is people just, first of all, they like him and they want to see him succeed. But secondly of all, when he is good in a match, he's as good as anybody else, and he just can't reproduce those results consistently. Like that Kimidashi armbar thing, he's so strong and he can be so aggressive, but it doesn't show up every day.
It's a lack of consistency. It's whatever weird. I mean, we've talked about this confluence of X factors when it comes to his performances. And we had mentioned this before, like September, like that was one of the best 5 and 10s we'd ever seen because he was fighting so well, but he just wasn't winning. So for November, this is going to be whether or not he can pull himself back together.
Right.
Because the last time this started to happen, he tumbled like all the way down to the double digits and then was able to drag himself back up. So if he can, like, even if it's just an 8 and 7.
Yeah, I mean, going to 6 is not that big of a deal. You know, like it takes you just outside of like all the top guys. So it gives you a little bit of a breather, but it's not so far down that you've had a complete collapse and have to start over.
Like for him, like he's on the precipice right now.
Yeah.
So he does well. He turns it back around. He's right back in the mix where he wants to be, and with hopefully the confidence to keep building up. He gets another Makakoshi here, then the confidence issues are back, and that's really unfortunate. Like you said, because when he's on, he is just tearing it up.
Yeah, I think everybody expected a lot more from him, maybe even himself. So it's tough.
Yeah.
You especially like if you're rooting for people in general to do well, you don't want to see a guy struggle that has so much more to give than he's giving.
Yeah. It feels like he's closer. Like it feels like he's starting to figure things out, but we always talk about how the record isn't the whole story, but the record's what puts you on the Banzuke.
Right.
So it's like at some point the numbers have to come into play.
Right. It's like we can talk all these scenarios, but the numbers are what gets you everything.
So again, like 8 wins, and then he stems the bleeding, and then he gets to go into the next year.
Exactly.
Like that's all it needs.
That's got to be the focus. I can't imagine being the new Isegahama and having this giant group of people with different needs that you have to coach. It's just got to be a difficult job.
What's the body count on this? 30 something?
There's so many wrestlers.
There's a lot of wrestlers. Does it say? Is there a total count? I'm not counting these by hand. It is 30. Like they have, I think when they did the census, it was like, this is the biggest stable. And
yeah, and there's like top talent in that stable. It's just like a bunch of guys down in the lower division. It's like, okay, you need to, let me see something real quick before I say that. Did Nishiki? Yeah, Nishiki Fuji's back.
Yeah, he is.
So it's like, okay, Atami Fuji, you're struggling. You got to do this. Nishiki Fuji, you're back in the top division after a little bit of time out of there. We got to focus on this. You know, Takeru Fuji, you got this injury thing you got to deal with.
Yeah, he's got a full plate.
Yeah. It's like, welcome, new coach. Hope you're ready for it.
Yeah, I think the old Isegahama is like part-time working now.
Okay.
I think he's still in the back. I think he took Hako's Magaki Elder Stock.
Oh yes. I think I did hear that.
And so he's you know, he's not running it, but you know, if you need another set of eyes.
Yeah, can you like take a look at him over there? Like talk to Yoshino Fuji over there.
Yeah. So I think that's what's going on.
Yeah, so well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. That's all we can do. Next, we have Onokatsu, Maegashira 6 West, down from Maegashira 67 and 8. Just a little tiny movement. He wasn't quite where he needed to be in September, but it's also not something to really worry about per se.
It was career best, and he got a 7 and 8, and he almost didn't.
Right. I mean, he just got to make a little adjustment, perhaps, and you know, 'cause he's going to fight all the same guys again. Make a couple little tweaks, adjustments. Maybe he learned something in this tournament, and he'll be okay. He can turn that into an 8 and 7. It's like, turn that frown upside down. That's the Kachikoshi, Makikoshi scenario. So, you know, but we've been saying that the competition is getting bigger and bigger.
Getting bigger.
So you've got to match pace.
Yeah. For Onokatsu, he has been improving. Like every tournament, there's something that he's pulling out. And you're like, oh, he's been working on that. So it could be that just M6 is his ceiling, and then he'll be climbing over it once he keeps improving.
Right.
Also, just as a note for, I guess, the Banzuke, he got a 7 and 8, and he moved half a rung. A lot of people who were 7 and 8 held. Also,
how are you supposed to predict that?
Also, he had Wakataka Kage and Kirishima, who were both Sekiwaki East and West, and they did this weird half-step shuffle on them.
I think they know that we're all out there guessing the Banzuke because they messed with us bad this time.
Well, again, just a friendly reminder that sometimes it's just weird.
Yeah, don't go on historical precedent, okay?
There's a little bit of vibes. There's a little bit of who knows.
A little bit of like maybe they play cards for ranks. Like
I don't know.
You know what? He could go here or here. What do you got?
Yeah, they made it work. They're the ones who publish it.
Yeah, we just try to guess it poorly.
Poorly. Reminder.
Some of our subscribers did really well though. I'm like,
nice. Well done for them.
Yeah. You know who did? The two guys who usually help us. They were in the top. I'm like,
nah,
you didn't help us. You sabotaged us this time.
Nah,
you were like doing your thing, and then you go off and you like leapfrog us. They're tired of helping us. I'm telling you. So anyway, we're just in a wait and see with Onokatsu. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to really predict. Just kind of, thinking 8 and 7 at this point. Just keep an eye on him. Okay, so now we had another surprise, which was great. Shirano Umi, Maegashira 7 East, up from 10 West with a 9 and 6. So he is a veteran. Is even though he hasn't been in the top division for too long, he is a veteran, and he is using that veteran power, aggression. He's using the sumo sense. He's somebody with a lot of sumo sense and a lot of like, I don't know. I want to say sort of like the hardened, I've been doing this a long time, kid. He has that vibe.
He does have that energy, yes.
So he's not going to give up even when it's hard. Because there's just a belief that, hey, at least I'm here. I love this sport. I've made it to the top division. It's all good.
He's starting to dial in on like his true rank. He was always like he was the 10 and 5. He was a 4 and 11, 11 and 4, 4 and 11, 11 and 4. He's bobbing up and down, up and down. He had streaks, he had injuries, he had weird inconsistencies, but now it looks like he's settling into something that's looking a little more consistent. You said here's 11 4, 4 11, 4 11 4, 4 11, 4 and 11.
Whoa, that's
up and down. He's just a bobber.
Yeah.
Now we have a back-to-back 9 and 6. We're starting to get a feel for like.
There's our pattern that we love.
So now it looks like okay. Now we know where he belongs in the Banzuke, which is probably about right here.
Right, which, it makes sense for his ability and his age and everything.
Yeah.
Like, 7 is nice and comfortable.
It's good. It's impressive for a veteran.
Absolutely.
And it seems that, like, the injuries, the streakiness is sort of getting worked out, knock on wood for him.
Mm-hmm.
And what that means for us is that we're going to get some really dragged out powerful matches from him, and that's where he thrives in the deep water.
Yeah, he likes when a match goes,
He does better. He's one of those people who can really dig deep. And we're also going to see him fighting some pretty good matches. He may be a little too far down for somebody from Sanyaku, but
close.
He'll get Akuoho maybe,
Right. Somebody who's trying to get into Sanyaku.
Some exciting matches. Chernomi's also just fun to watch, so good to know there. And he'll be fighting people who are going to want to try to get every win that they can if they want to get back into the upper ranks.
And if he is a little off, he's high enough that we don't have to be concerned about.
We're not concerned at all about him.
So it's going to be fun. And now we get to talk about Abi. Maegashira 7 West, down for Maegashira 1 West. Not as far of a drop as I thought.
There was this chunk of people. Everybody was just free falling. So they were just like, well, got to put you somewhere.
So he was 3 and 12, obviously injured. So the question of his recovery is an interesting one because he did go to London, and boy, did he have fun in London. I saw one video where he walks out of the door, and he's like, "I am Abi."
Nice.
And I'm like, oh my goodness, you would never get away with that in Japan. I hope they didn't yell at him. I hope they were like, oh, it's okay because the foreigners love it. I'm like, this dude is a gem. people don't like him because of his antics, but it's like he's really that guy. He's not trying to be a jerk. It's just that's who he is. Like, he's having a good time. His demeanor would suggest to me that he was feeling all right. The fact that he competed it. I feel like we might get a resurgent Abi who's out of whatever happened in September.
If he brings that energy into November, he's gonna have a very good time in November as well. Because like this is Abi freshly kicked out of the Sanyaku is gonna get double-digit wins in 7 West.
Right. I mean,
so this was sort of the same. Maybe not as extreme, but like when Daisho fell out and came back, we're just like, oh, Yusho. I don't think Abi's going to Yusho from down here, but like I could see a 10-5 and 11-4 out of him. Just like, okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Right. Everybody who thought you were getting a Sanyaku spot, no, it's mine. It belongs to me, Abi.
Yeah.
But
it's all making sure that whatever issues that plagued him before are gone. That's the big question mark.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've gotten to a point now where you're not going to see Abi win another Yusho because of the Yokozuna, but he could,
He gets a special prize.
Yeah, definitely special.
Give him a trophy.
Oh, isn't this interesting? So, just slightly below him is his doppelganger, Ichi Yamamoto. Never thought I'd see the two of them. Like, they're going to fight again.
Yeah, they are.
This is so awesome. So, Ichi Yamamoto down for Maegashira 5 East with a 4 and 11. So, another scenario where there was just so many people that had bad records that he didn't get the kind of drop he would get
under normal circumstances. Yeah.
So he's in a pretty good position. I mean, going from 5 to 8 is not bad.
No, and it's like the perfect drop for him as well, because at 8 he should have enough to get the Kachikoshi and get the momentum going back in.
Right.
And it does seem that like his transition into like the new Ichi Yamamoto, like it's still manifesting.
Right, he's not ready.
So he needs a little bit of time. And
needs a breather from fighting the top guys.
And so this is like this November will give him a chance to sort of keep working on it, but like also be moving back upwards. And then we'll get to see the transition into the weird belty stuff. I love it, by the way. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic, but it is confusing. You're like, wait a minute, I thought I knew you. I don't know
he's evolving.
Anything at all.
It's been this interesting dynamic with the pusher thrusters because some of them are evolving their game in different ways. Like you have Abi, you have Daisho. They're refining their craft. They're sticking push all the way. Takanosho is another one. Like they're not doing belt stuff. They're not doing weird stuff.
They're trying to find new angles.
They're just sharpening that craft to become the best at what they do. Goniyama arguably is doing the same thing. We'll get to him in a bit. But then you have people like Ichi Yamamoto and Koto Shoho who are mixing up the script.
And they feel comfortable to try belt work.
And so I think Ichi Yamamoto at 8 East, both his new tricks and his old tricks are going to start working.
Yeah,
I'm optimistic.
I think it's a great spot for him, so I think November will be a good tournament for him. But we shall see. Next, we have Kinbozan, Maegashira 8 West, and maintains that rank with a 7 and 8, throwing the Banzuke into chaos. Can't fault the guy for his spirit. I mean, he is a fiery man. He wants to win so bad you can taste it. You're like, I don't question this man's desires. But, does it work against him a little bit? Maybe. But there's other things like, was he sick? Is he hurt? Are things just kind of falling?
Yeah. I think in September he wasn't at 100%.
You think so?
And so, not at 100%. Not at 100%, he's 7 and 8. But if he is at 100%, all of a sudden it's an 8-7, 9-6.
That's the nice thing is if you have a sickness, that's a temporary thing, unlike an injury.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, bad tournament. We're going to right that ship. I mean, he's very strong and aggressive. He's going to have a great match against Ichi Yamamoto, that's for sure. The jury's still out on him as far as where he's going to go.
He has, without fault, been knocked out of the top, 3 every time he touches it. So this is just him. Well, he was knocked out of it in July, and then in September he was going to bounce back up and then got 7 and 8. So
wasn't he in with Oho for almost winning that
in
tournament?
January, yeah.
The January one. So,
Yeah, I think he was ahead.
Yeah, he showed glimpses of what could be in that tournament.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
He was 10-0.
Yeah.
And then just couldn't get Oho pulls the last one off. So yeah, this was him tasting it.
Once again, a 12-3 was a U show 2 years ago. So I'm always impressed if you can do a 12-3. Like you've got to have something in you.
Yeah, but he just when he hits the top 5, he just can't stick it. He just can't stick it. That's his larger problem.
Could be pressure issues as well.
That's the career goal.
Right.
For November, honestly, he just shows up and just show up.
Don't be sick.
Don't be sick. Because like once he shows his power at M8, there's not much people down here can do.
No.
Unless you're somebody like Abi or somebody like Daisho who's not supposed to be down here. And those are going to be fun matches.
Those are going to be
So look forward to those.
Absolutely. So we go from an aggressive type to our smaller, wily guy, Midori Fuji. Maegashira 9 East also maintains the rank. So he gets a second chance. Whatever was going on, and a lot of times we talk about this, him being the smallest guy in the top division, sometimes it's just not going to work out. I mean, if he's not perfect, he just gets flung out. He's so lightweight compared to everyone else. So he can just forget all about September and start again.
Yep. He still needs to get that Kachikoshi with single digits, which is something that's eluded him for a little while now. Mm-hmm. So it could be that, you're given the second chance, you capitalize on it. You know how sometimes you just like, I got this now. Mm-hmm.
We've seen his counterpart do it. Nishiki Fuji.
Yes. So maybe there's some sort of that energy. I think it's sort of a larger question of what can he do to get that 8th win.
Right.
And that's the mystery.
There's a little bit of relying on your opponent's mistakes, which you can't consistently control. So
it's sort of like on paper, there's no reason he just doesn't get another 7 and 8 or even a 6 and 9. But this is sumo. You don't know nothing.
Well, sumo, like fighting in general, like real fighters will tell you, don't get into a fight because fights are so unpredictable. You could be like the toughest guy, the strongest guy, and just something goes a little off and you get knocked out. Sumo is very similar. Like you're on the razor's edge of a toe touching out, a slip, anything. So for Midori Fuji, he might just need to be good and hope a little luck comes out of that.
Yeah, I mean, towards that end, we can sort of look around him. Who's he got to deal with here? So he's got Shishi, interesting.
Yeah, very.
Tommy Fuji, problematic. Abi, interesting. Fuji Nokawa, who likes picking him up. Gonoyama.
That's one's so iffy.
So here's Tobizaru. Uphill battle.
It's going to be hard for him.
Be hard for him. But never say never.
Never.
That he never quits.
That Green Mountain is spectacular.
It's true. Like there's not an ounce of quit in him. He will fight to the last.
Yeah.
He always will have that going for him.
And that's how he ends up with 7 and 8s when he's such a small guy. Like he just
hard earned.
Yeah, if you don't knock him out, he's going to find a new angle and come at you again. So best of luck to Midori Fuji, and we move on to Tobizaru. Maegashira 9 West up from 15 East with the 9 and 6. So I was worried at first. I'm like, oh my goodness, so we're having a fade. But it just seems like it was possibly a temporary injury issue.
So I think there is still a fade going on. But what we can know here is the fade is not going to keep him out of the top division. So it's good news there that we're going to keep him around at the very least, which was the concern in September. So it was just probably more injury than anything else.
Which, he's not somebody you typically think of injury. So it was kind of took us off a little bit. Like, oh, Tobizaru, really?
He was wrapped up, though.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. So now we're going to find out where his new ceiling is. Because his older problem before he got injured was that it looked like he was sort of dulling out a little bit. Like he just couldn't hang.
Right.
But what we're going to find out is how far up he can go before that becomes a problem.
Right.
So at M9, we're probably going to be in a fine spot. But now we're going to find how fine is fine. And with everything moving around him.
I mean, that's what's tough, right? When you have the new guys coming up and, coming up from Jurio, but then you have the new guys who have gone past Tobizaru. Like, where does he fit now? The whole landscape has changed.
It's changing around him. And so, yeah, that's going to be interesting in and of itself because Tobizaru seems to be changing as everything else is changing. Like, compared to, like, back when, like, Miyogiryu was sort of moving up and down and, like, he was basically constant. He was the same fighter. It's just everything else around him was moving.
Right.
So he's almost like this measuring stick for the rest of the division, how well or poorly they were doing. But for Tobizaru, like he's a morph.
He is. He like takes a look at what's going on. And he's like, let me change. So, to those who don't like Tobizaru, you know who you are. Sorry. He's going to stick around and he's going to be fun. And I think he had a blast in London as well. He was...
I think he was like a dark horse for the tournament.
He was a dark horse. He was in the third position, and apparently the Londoners knew him very well.
Oh, nice.
He's probably like second in the popularity contest. So good to know that on a gut check, the people we think are popular are in fact popular. Anyway, moving on now to Daisho. Maegashira 10 East maintains the rank with a 7 1/8. Okay, so. I don't think we factored in when we were discussing him in the preview show that maybe his injury wouldn't be healed. We were pretty confident that he was going to be fine and he was going to thrash. And the first part of the tournament, no. But by the second week, he was looking normal.
I felt like he was getting back into it. So I'm a little more optimistic for his November, but I don't want to make anything.
Right. No predictions now.
Let's be cautious about this. Let's just say that it looks like he's returning to form, and I think if he has a pretty good first week, then
we can feel comfortable.
We can feel a little bit more comfortable. Like with Abi, I'm just like, yeah, he's probably 10 and 5, 11, 4, whatever. Like for Daisho, it's just like give him the first week. I look over and he's like, what? He's 6 and 2. Okay. Now we're good.
Exactly.
We got spousal prizes. Now we can start talking about this stuff.
I know, but it's so weird because we haven't seen him down here in years. So, like, we don't even know what to expect. Like, he doesn't belong down here. He needs to be up in Sanyaku, holding down the fort. And now he's got to break back into it. It's just, like, crazy.
It is a bizarre sensation to see him this far down, to not have already talked about him at this point in the show.
Right. Like, he's long gone, typically. It's like Daisho. Yeah, we talked about him, like, 45 minutes ago.
45 minutes.
So, I don't know. He could be a dark horse for the whole thing in this sense. Let's say he's 100% back to normal. He doesn't have to fight any of the top guys down here. So, 100% back to normal. He could go 10 and 0.
He could.
Before he starts fighting the top guys.
This is the stuff that we were saying going into September. Just like, oh, man, he's going to have it set. He's got to just clean it up, and they're only going to be throwing the Sanyaku at him once it's near the very end, and he knows how to fight those guys. You're like, he's got this in the bag, we thought. Yeah,
were we wrong?
Week 2 talk for Daisho.
Yes.
We'll go into these things. So we're gonna reel ourselves back in.
We're not gonna get burned again. No.
Yep. Day 8. We'll see. Day 8. We're gonna let the dogs loose out.
Yes. If we were doing daily updates, we could feel it building, the excitement. So I hope that we are not predicting what is actually going to happen, which is Daisho goes on a tear.
That would be great. That
goes on the wish list.
That'd be great. Yeah, that's on the wish list. I'm not.
No prediction, just wish list.
Yes. I was gonna seriously consider predicting for him, but we're not wish list. Let's not. We'll pick from the other 41 for our U-Show predictions.
That sounds like a very good strategy. So now we have Koto Shoho, Maegashira 10 West, down from 5 East, 3 and 12.
U-Show sickness.
Yeah.
Thrown into ranks he's not been in a long time.
Yeah, it was a combination of just too much at the wrong time, and it's expected. 3-12 is a little rough though, but it's expected.
Yeah. This will be a good sort of splitting the difference, because he was on M15 when he won the Yusho, and then he was M5 and he got absolutely handled.
So he just gets sent back down to 10.
So he's down in 10. So like from here, now it is let's prove that it wasn't a flash in the pan when you got that Yusho.
He's gonna be desperate to prove that.
I think it'll be fine. I think that Koto Shoho like did have enough of improvements to his sumo. Like he was earning that Yusho.
Oh, he earned that Yusho, no
in
question.
July.
So it's hard to say that was like a flash in the pan. But what I'm worried about is the word you just said. Maybe he's just fine. Maybe that's all we can expect out of him is just he's a fine sumo wrestler.
Fine, he's pleasant. Well, and somebody who can really handle pressure well. Like
right.
So it is one of those. Sort of like the Oho issue, that like normal pressure he just can't deal with, but like when it's infinite pressure, he just Super Saiyans it.
I mean, it was wild to watch him just not buckle under the pressure. Everybody looks so nervous when they're on the verge of a Yusho.
He just no-sold it. Like
it was amazing.
Where was it? This one right here. This one.
Yeah.
This one. He beats Onosato the unkillable, and then he just walks back.
And he's like,
deadpan.
Give me my money.
He's like, yeah, I guess I won.
Yeah.
This is when we were losing our minds. We're like, oh my God.
How is this
He's
happening?
figured it out. And then the 3-12 hits were just like, okay, we're a little excited.
Why are we not allowed to be excited? I just don't understand why these guys do this to us. I want to go off on wild rants about great things that are going to happen in 3-12.
You know what? Okay, so just fine. Bad for long term. Good for short term.
True.
Good for short. November, you just be fine. And then come January, we're gonna want you to join your stablemate of Ozeki for 2026. Just build him up that way.
All right, cautious optimism. I got you.
Get him in Sanyaku first. Maybe 2027 he's Ozeki.
Okay.
Pull it off a little bit.
All right.
Pull it off a little bit.
That's looking real far away to me. 2027, but
That's
you know what?
true.
It'll be here like that.
See if we all live that long.
I know, right? Remember, we're positive around here, Chuck.
We're just so positive around here. But anyway, yes.
Especially when we go.
Yep.
Yep. Especially when we go to Shishi. We're always positive about Shishi. The enigma that is Shishi that no one can possibly predict. He gets his own category too. It's amazing how many individuals have popped up into this crop. 10-5, guys. 10-5. We thought, okay, he was Maegashira 18 East. It's like, okay, goodbye again, Shishi. Nope. He is going to be a Maegashira 11 East now. Pretty much safe unless, we saw 3-12s barely go down, so he could be safe for a while. Who knows? He did look better. See, that was the thing, right? He didn't fluke into 10-5. His technique is better. He's still so awkward and weird. But he's improving, and I wouldn't be shocked. I really wouldn't be shocked if give him a year or two, and he's a totally different fighter.
Could be. I'm trying to remember. So he did this the first time. I gotta look at this and visualize it in my head, because the last time this happened, it was very weird. Where was it? This. So he comes. It was this one. So like he shows up. Was it? Did he go back in? Maybe not. Oh, wait. No, it was the first time? I don't. There was that one time he fought really well for no reason. And we were like, no, I think it was this one because he showed up and he got laughed out.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember this as I go. I think it was this one. This specific that he was just like, it was this weird anti-sumo. Like people were doing techniques on him and he sort of just like, haha, whatever. And he just like throws.
He would just like move a little bit and like push him with a finger. Like,
yeah. I was just like, he would just defy conventional wrestling and just like push people and throw people. And then we're like, oh wow, he's figuring something out. And then he just gets into this mess. But this 10-5, it's a different feeling. It's a different spin. You can either say that he's improved his sumo technique or found sumo technique. Learned some moves in sumo. And this is what November is going to be exciting for him, because feels like he's just gonna flip it over and get a horrible Makakoshi and drop back down. But if this September is legit, like if we saw him figuring out how to leverage his size properly.
I mean, that's really the big challenge for
this
him.
is like, and this has always been the potential that we talk about. We're just like, you have this freakishly big, strong guy. Like if he learns what to do.
Well, so here's what's interesting about Shishi in terms of that. So even though we talk about how unpredictable sumo is, there are patterns, right? You can kind of see a guy who, like an Awanishiki, who's talented. It's like, you just know this guy's going to jump up the ranks. And then you see a guy like...
Toki Hayate?
Yeah, like a Toki Hayate where like, this is not your next Sanyaku, right? Shishi, you can put a big question mark over him because, you know, he's not from Japan. I don't know what his sumo background is, like when he started doing sumo. But maybe by coming to Japan and over time as he learns, like some people are capable of learning more than others. You know what I mean? Like some people get into a stable situation where it's like you learn it and then you just get better and better and better. He literally could be just learning it on the fly and then we'll get better later.
Could be.
That's if he doesn't get hurt because he does a lot of stuff that could get him hurt. But there's a potential that like 4 years down the line, he doesn't look anything like he does now. Because he's still learning. He's like a toddler in a 5th grade classroom or something. I'm not trying to be disparaging. I know it sounds
I get
that way.
It's the energy. It is
the energy is just someone who doesn't know what in the world he's doing, but he's trying, darn it. And yeah, I mean, maybe we do get somewhat complacent with people who just learn it and they just keep getting better versus someone who's like, hey, I just walked in off the street and I'm going to try this thing. Maybe it's not that bad, but you get my drift. So anyway, I don't know. I can't make any predictions about his career because I do think there's a chance he could be really good someday.
It feels like a win-win. So like if he gets to Makakoshi and he tumbles back down and he looks weird and awkward again, just like that's fine. He's still finding his footing. He's having these flashes of brilliance, and then he just can't hold on to it. You know, but if he keeps that trend, it is fascinating, exciting, maybe a little terrifying.
A little bit, yeah.
Like if you took like Aonishiki's brain and put it in that body.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing about Shishi. Part of why he's able to be in this level, like Maegashira 11, even though his sumo doesn't match it, is just because of his natural body.
Pure physicality.
He's so big and he's so lank. Like he's got these really long arms. He can do things that other guys can't do, and that also creates an unpredictability. Like, how do you train to fight Shishi unless you fight Shishi himself?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, his natural God-given body, biology got him to where he is, and then he's learning sumo as well. So you put the two together, and he could someday be formidable foe.
We will. all this to say. November is going to tell us how much of this is going to be happening in the near future.
Yes.
Okay. Just as possible that he
crashes out.
He crashes out. It's a 4-11, and he trips over the straw bales all the time. Entirely possible. We're not going to find out. I'm very excited to see what kind of Shishi we get.
Yes, the anti-sumo wrestler. So, another guy who maintained his rank with a 7 and 8, Roga. Maegashira 11 West. So he's like Mr. Slow and Steady wins the race. That's just who Roga is.
Yes.
So 7 and 8 for him is good. But the question is, at this point, will we see an improvement to get to an 8 and 7, or are we going to start to see a little bit of a slide down 6 and 9?
This is very fascinating. I think Roga was a couple rungs higher when he got that injury, and he was, and so, like in your head, you're like, I think he's got a little bit more before he hits the ceiling, and then he gets to 7 and 8, and you're like, oh, I guess he hit the ceiling. But now it's like, now he holds. Now he's in the same spot.
Gets to try again.
Now you can see him try again. It's similar energy to Midori Fuji, in that we're just like, okay, that's probably as high as you can get, but you have another chance at it.
Right. You run some scenarios and things could go a little bit different.
So this will also help us to measure how fast this improvement Rogue is going through is, because like if it hits the point that like his level of improvement is not as fast as the people around him, then like that, then it's just that his ceiling is lowered,
right?
Which is really unfortunate for him because he had the injury sort of
messed up everything,
knocked his rhythm out. He lost 4 months.
Yeah, you can't lose time in sumo because the next thing you know, there's like a whole roster that replaced you.
Everything's in flux.
So he's another guy where you just wait and see.
Yeah, I feel optimistic for him. I think that maybe it's an 8 and 7. And I would say also, like, even if it is just another 7 and 8, like it's like if he's close to it, then he's still working through it. Or maybe you find the ceiling, but still, like, I like if it's a 6 and 9, I'm sad.
Right. We don't want to see a 6 and 9.
If it's 6 and 9 on Roga, I'm going to be sad. That's what I'll say. Anything higher, and we're good to go.
Even a 7 and 8.
Even a 7 and 8.
He might hold again.
He's
the king of holding.
He did do a lot of holding.
So next we have Fujinokawa, who this is just so fascinating because of just how it all panned out and how it was impossible to predict this Banzuke. 6 and 9, and he drops from 9 West.
Yeah, they gave him the full 3-rung demotion,
which is unfortunate. When you see some guys like they got the benefit, you got to work harder now. Getting that drop, like he could have been sitting there like, please be merciful, and it's like, no, you start again. So he's still learning. He's small. It's just the game, when you're a smaller guy, you have to adjust so much. You have to be quicker. You have to find the angles. You have to come up with different ideas that maybe the big guys won't notice. Sometimes you just hit setbacks.
He's new. He's learning.
Yep.
Honestly, just how explosive and how good his sumo was out the gate was very impressive, and that's the reason we all like him.
Right.
Because he's so dynamic. Just fresh from Jirio. Here's a firecracker that somebody threw in your window.
You're like, whoa, what's going on over here?
So, there's a lot of work that still needs to be done with this guy, but he's already this exciting.
Right. So he's going to be tested out there.
Yep.
But he's definitely going to give it like much energy.
I feel like the potential's there. I feel like the effort's there. Mm-hmm. So it's like everything's saying he's going to bounce back and just start improving and looking really good. So I'm not worried at all about this setback. It did kind of suck that they, Ichiyamoto gets a 4-11. He's down 3 ranks. He gets a 6 and 9. He's down 3 ranks. That's just the way the Banzuke is. It's just where there's space. It is what it is. Right.
It's like, too bad you were around guys, the guys that you were around, basically.
Yeah. And you know what they say? It's just like, well, you don't want to get moved down, stop getting Makakoshis.
Yeah. It's really that simple.
It's that simple, guys. Just win. Oh, wait. Everybody has the same plan. Everybody wants to win. Somebody has to lose.
So that means
somebody got to lose.
50% are going to lose and 50% are going to win. Oh, this math doesn't work out too good.
I didn't think about this. I just thought everybody could get to win.
I mean, that would be ideal, right?
Everybody wins.
There's a phantom team B that we don't like, and they're just gonna come in and fight all of these guys, and these guys are gonna win, and they're gonna beat the bad guys.
We need to implement Harlem Globetrotters rules.
I know, right? It's like all of a sudden you just start doing a little dribble in the middle of the dojo.
How did everybody get 15-0 at the same time this past show? Oh no, we fought the other sumo group. They did horrible.
Yeah.
Anyway, Fujinokawa
win.
Yes. Fujinokawa improving by the minute. So this 6 and 9 should turn itself right around. And if it doesn't, maybe that's a sign that there's a struggle that we didn't know about.
Right, that maybe he's not quite where he needs to be. But
I'm not worried about it.
At 12, we should be good.
Yeah, we should be fine.
Our other 12 is Tomokaze. Up from Maegashira 16 East. Another surprise. There were a lot of surprises in September.
Did not expect this. I'm so happy.
Back to 9 and 6.
He's back.
I mean, look, for people who weren't around, Tomokaze was an elite talent. We've seen a couple of these. We talk about these stories. Gets the injury, and he's never the same again. But that elite wrestler is still in there somewhere.
Yeah.
And I guess he really dug deep this tournament and had something to prove.
Yeah. He was like the Aonishiki, the Hakuoho when he was coming up.
Yeah.
He was a talent. Everybody was just like, the sky's the limit for him.
I think he like didn't Makikoshi for
Every, yeah, I don't want to pull it up. It'll be sad. I can't look at that list.
yeah, but like he didn't Makikoshi like he was doing that whole thing before Onosato did it.
Yep. It was
He wasn't quite as good as Onosato, but close.
Yeah, like I think he did get a Makikoshi, but he was like M5. It was
exactly.
Like,
it was like the first
all
one.
the way up, and it was just like, oh man, we finally found his ceiling's all the way up there, and he's only gonna get better. Everybody was exciting, and then
I'm pretty confident that if Tomokaze hadn't gotten injured, he would probably be at least Ozeki by now.
Yeah,
he was that good.
He was that good, and then it just
tragedy. It sucks.
This too is sumo.
It is.
But then he comes back and gets a 96 on one leg, and
beautiful,
looks good doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't make any predictions for him. I mean, this should not necessarily be a good tournament for him. But maybe he'll surprise us again.
Well, let's see how far he can go.
Yeah.
Let's just let him run free. We'll open the gate. He goes to the entire pastures, and it's gonna be exciting. And we're gonna get he's gonna be fighting Daisho. He's gonna be fighting Ichi Yamamoto. It's gonna be some fun, interesting matches.
It'll be nice to see him fight like top talent again.
Yeah.
See where he kind of ranks. With one leg, like you said. Sudigisho was able to do it for a while.
He was. Oh man, he was so good at it.
He was. Maybe he gave him some tips. I don't know.
Could be. So, probably not going to get a Kachikoshi, but who knows? Just glad to see him again.
We like good surprises.
We do.
Now, here's a bad surprise. Gono Yama. Maybe it is a surprise, maybe it isn't. I don't know. Maegashira 13 East, down from Maegashira 3 West. I still think, could that have been worse, too? I don't know. How's that math?
That is technically he would have went down 13 ranks, so he would have been 16 if it was all the way
so I was
down.
gonna say that doesn't look as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's still
bad.
It's still oof, but
it's still
mathematically it could have been worse.
Yes. So maybe a blessing in disguise. Maybe
it's sort of making the best of a bad situation. Like down here, he can rebuild. Down here, maybe he can get the time. He does need some sort of
something.
He needs something. He needs a new gear. He needs a new angle. He needs time in the R&D department.
Right, and if you're in that bad a shape, getting a major demotion might be good.
Yeah, well, it gives him time to work on it, to go back to the drawing board, and he's just gonna wreck these people down here. He's gonna do fine. Him, Abi, Daisho, they're just gonna make craters out of people.
Right. That is how it should go.
It should, yeah, it should be.
But the question is, where does Gonoyama actually belong? I mean,
this is the larger problem, and also the problem is that while he's working on his craft, everyone else is still it's not. Yeah. Aonisi is not going to be good enough,
Right.
Oho is going to be like, eh.
Yeah, there's no time for your games.
I know.
Okay? You just got to get it together, buddy.
So it is one of those short-term, long-term things that for the short term, he's going to have a good November, probably going to have a good January.
But then what? Yeah.
The hope for Gonoyama is come March,
he'll have it straightened out.
He'll have something. He'll have a new, what is it? Quiver in your arrow in your quiver. What's the?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
That there's some whatever. He needs a new trick. Maybe he gets a new trick in 6 months.
Right. It may take that long to
Well, this is if we look at new tricksters, Ichi Yamamoto and Koto Shoujo, it takes them a little while before it starts to hit. So
yeah, and that makes sense. I mean, in anything you're trying to do, if you're trying to do something brand new, it takes time to learn it and then master it.
Master on top of everything else you're doing. So
right, still got to maintain everything else.
Yeah. So he needs that long view now. He needs the wide angle lens. Because
there's no actual expectation for him.
Yeah,
no one's like, you should be in Sanyaku. They're just kind of like, will you do something?
Yeah, he's been at this point, he already had the issues of staying in the Sanyaku. This is the door shut in your face.
Yeah, try out next year.
Yeah, then it rains, and then it's sad piano. We've just been hit with everything with him.
Pretty much.
But again, November.
You can only go up.
You get he will be eating well.
Yeah.
What is Shonano Umi going to do to Gonoyama?
He better not be able to do anything, or else Gono-Yama is in trouble.
That is the flip side, though.
True. That is the flip side.
If he starts losing random weird ones over here, maybe he's just in some weird tailspin.
He might need a Jurio rehab at that point. But that's too dark. We're not ready for that.
It's not gonna happen. Like even if he does Makakoshi here, he would need a 5-10.
Which I don't think would happen.
Like that is the danger for Gono-Yama, a 5-10, which is statistically very improbable.
And in fact, it would prove, there's something wrong.
Yeah. If he gets a 5-10 now, it's just like okay, like is his appendix gonna burst or something? Like, what's going on?
Get it together, man.
Oh my goodness. But anyway, Gono-Yama, let's all. I think he wants to forget September as fast as possible.
And sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you just move forward from it. Okay, so the tragedy of the Banzuke. Mitake Yumi, Megashore 13 West, down from 12 West with a 7 and 8. Kind of surprising they didn't give the man a hold. Come on, man.
7 and 8 brought him down a full rank. Why?
What in the world?
Why? The one man who deserves it.
The one man who deserves the hold, and you just slap him aside.
Slap him.
So, Mitake Yumi loses his mom in the middle of the night, right before the tournament. I honestly don't know how he got up and fought. I
don't either. I kind of feel like he's just like, I'm just gonna do this for her, and then just takes care of it. Like I'm going to extend anything to the rest of the year for him.
Yeah.
2 months is not enough time.
No, in fact, like.
And also, like when you're doing what he did, you're just delaying the grief.
I have a sense that might be what's going on, because like he went to London. He was all smiles. He's hanging out with the boys. I think he doesn't want to think about it.
It's like, it's gonna, like, maybe he did just have that moment. He just had a week. It was just him in a room, and he was just able to do it. But, like, we're not going to get into this here.
No, this is quite a deep psychological conversation.
Okay, I'm pulling myself back out. What I'm going to say is that Mitake Yumi can do whatever the hell he wants in November, and he has my blessing, support, and love.
Right. No expectations. Not going to get down on him. Like, just the fact that he can show up and fight is good enough.
That's it. If you show up for 15 days. If you don't,
right.
Fine, dude. Free reign.
If you wanted to retire tomorrow, no one would get upset at you.
Do what you want to do, man. I'm here for you.
Yeah, so, we'll cheerlead for whatever you decide to do.
Whatever you give us, we're grateful.
Exactly.
And then we'll talk in January.
Right. See if there's some miracle thing that happens at the end of the year.
Let it happen.
Now we have Ryuden, Megashare 14 East, up from 17 East, 9 and 6. So, this I didn't expect either. I mean, but this is what he does, I guess.
He regrouped. So, his defenses came back. He found what he's at his 7th, 8th win now. Mm-hmm. Like you said, he keeps doing this.
Suddenly, his grip strength returns, and like you always say, like if he gets the belt, you're not going anywhere.
Well, a lot of it, like his defenses failing is what dumped him down in the Jurio and why he couldn't stay in the top division. But in September, like he was holding, he was able to withstand his opponents.
Yeah,
and that got him 9 and 6. Like there were multiple wins. Like there might have been the 3 wins or the 2 wins. That were just like somebody was attacking him and he was able to withstand it.
Right.
If he does that alone, he'll just passively drift upwards because Ryuden's talent and veteran and size means that like there's certain people that are just unable to deal with him.
Right. If he's like mentally sharp.
Yeah. If he's stoic.
Exactly. When he's a little bit panicky, it's like uh-oh.
So also what's nice is that he can do a 6 and 9 and he's safe. So he's built himself up a buffer here.
So he doesn't have to have any sort of pressure in the background.
So there's no pressure. He'll be in the top division, failing double-digit losses. And if he did just figure something out and he got his act back together, then he'll be around through January.
Right.
So fans of Ryuden Sumo, good news.
Rejoice.
Yeah. And he's going to be... who's he going to fight that's interesting? Osho Umi, the newbie. We'll see. Well, he might have fought him already.
Even the Gono-Yama match will be interesting.
Yeah, well, actually, that is going to be a good match.
Because, I mean, is Gono-Yama just... We're not used to, like, the powerful blasters down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Not since the Chio Tairyu days.
He may get Daisho. That'll be a very...
yeah.
Maybe that's bad news.
I feel like they must have a history, though. They've both been around a while.
Oh, they've been opposite ends of the Banzuke, though.
True. True.
Well, it'll be an interesting match. Probably not going to end up well for Yuden, but
Hey.
But it's a match he's getting that he might not have gotten without that 9-6. So
Right, he's put himself in a good
earned.
position. Next, we have Toki Hayate, Maegashira 14 West, down from 13 West with the 7-8. Once again, we're picking and choosing who goes down based on something. Not too bad though. Either way, he's gonna get pretty much the same fighters again. We can say that he's proven that he can stay in the top division, but there's more to discover.
Yeah, he's the early Toki Hayate were just like, how are you going to stick around? And now we're looking at him.
He really struggled at first.
He struggled. So now we're looking at him. We're like, okay, you're top division, but like you're low top division. You're always a bad loss away from being back in Jirio.
Yeah.
So November is going to be the start for him. It's like you need something new. And so November is the beginning of his quest for something new.
Yeah.
He is improving. He is refining, more aggressive, stronger belt stuff. It's just like it's like, and that maybe that's him. Maybe that is his brand of sumo. He is the store brand.
Yeah.
Of sumo. Like that could be him, and he can make it work. He clearly has made it work to get to here.
Exactly. Like if you can keep yourself here, it's its own level of talent.
That is its own level of talent. Agreed. So, but November is now the start of can you do something else?
Right. For all the guys down here, nobody wants to be the guy who has a bad tournament at the end of the year and goes to Jirio.
It's a rough time.
Like you want to end your whole year strong. So there's going to be extra incentive down here to not screw up. Now, speaking of the Jirio top division thing, Nishiki Fuji.
He's back.
I didn't think we'd ever see him back. I mean, especially because he was Jirio 3 West. I'm like, he's going to need an incredible score. And he got an incredible score. 11-4. I think he was down there. Was he down there at least 2 years?
It has been a minute.
Yeah, let's see.
Sure, yeah.
He was top division in January. I didn't realize that.
Because he had the the crazy 6-9 hold. And but this was a long fall from grace that was happening. He gets a 6-9 hold, and then he gets the 8-7. And then he injures out, and that's what finally, because he was clinging.
Yeah.
He was clinging, and then he got injuries, and then he's been in Jirio for a little while.
Okay, so it wasn't even quite a year, but it felt like he was down there forever.
Yeah. It's because he was already on the fade. So like he was just barely in the top division. He wasn't doing much. He was very injured. His sumo wasn't clicking.
He's got a Yutakayama thing going on where like he's just getting injured in all the wrong places, and you can't recover from it. So you just exist in this hobbled version of yourself.
He was hobbled. So either the full injury just allowed him to heal up, or he got whatever surgery he needed, and then he gets to 10-5 and 11-4 in Jirio, and here he is.
But a lot has changed. We've discussed that.
Yeah.
So
I'll be happy to see him again if we get another tiny Terunofuji coming back around.
I mean, how nice would it be to see Nishiki Fuji fight some of the new
Fujinokawa,
Toki
Hayate,
Sakuryu.
Yeah, we're gonna have a small man derby down here.
I know. When we started watching, there was only one small man, and now it's like there's a whole like unit.
Yeah, it's a group. It sounds
pretty cool.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, OG 5. Toby's is too big. It doesn't count.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got five.
That's pretty good.
5 people who are known for being small. We don't have Kotoeko anymore, and Ho's still in Mokushita.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll ever get out of that zone, but
I'll let him figure it out.
Yeah.
For now, we got Nishiki Fuji.
It'll be fun. Isegahama will be, like I said, very, very busy because now he's got another top division guy back.
Yeah. Well done. See what he's got. I mean, there's a big difference between Jirio and the Makauchi division these days, but get to show us what he's got.
Exactly. I'm sure he's thrilled to be back. So now we have Shonan no Umi, Maegashira 15 West, maintaining the rank with a 7-8. So weird. I don't know how they decided who was getting what.
It's witchcraft.
I know, right? So he had moments where he was pretty good. He had moments where it was like, what are you doing? But he's getting a do-over again.
He's getting a do-over.
The moments where he gets aggressive are interesting because it's like you could be like that all the time and you're so big that you'd win a lot of matches. But he goes right back to the pulling thing, the defensive thing. So I don't know how much stock to put into him like changing. It doesn't seem like he wants to per se.
Yeah, it seems that like the limit of his potential is always out of reach. Like he's always partially manifesting.
Right. He like touches it with his.
He touches it. Like he'll have these moments, and then he's just lumbering the rest of the time. And so it's like he has to borrow it from somebody else.
You could very easily see him tumbling back into Juryo off and on.
Like if he just gets another 7 and 8, he gets to hold fast. I mean, it's sort of like this is where like the Shonen Naomi we saw like a year ago. We're just like, oh, he's building something. Right. Now we're looking at him. We're just like, I hope he holds.
He just like knocked the whole wall down for some reason.
I mean, every tournament is a chance for everyone to turn it around.
One day he's going to surprise us again, probably.
I'd like to hope so. He's running out of time to do that. That's the bigger problem.
Yeah, and, that is the theme for many of these guys who have been around a while. It's like, okay, you're getting surpassed.
Yeah, you're going to be left out of rungs to hold on to at this rate.
Yes, which, maybe he could, I don't know, maybe he could get the advantage of all the small guys that are in.
Could help.
I mean, he definitely can overpower them.
He's
and maybe
bigger.
it'll bring out his aggressive nature. So, anyway, best of luck to Shonan Umi. Now we have Oshomi, Megashira 16 East, up from Juro West with the 9 and 6. New top division face. I don't think it's been a super while, but I feel like we haven't talked about anybody new in a while.
This guy is new. He's been in sumo for 5 years. And he had something bad happen to him here. So he sort of had like a reset on everything.
Mm-hmm. And he had the opportunity to try something.
So, yeah. So like he restarted in 2022.
Okay.
And then...
So you could almost say he's only been around for 3 years. Going on 4.
Yeah. And these A's concern me a little bit, not really knowing...
Like what the injury
is. But... Like I see this 54% Yorikiri. I'm like, boys on the belt.
Yep.
I don't know if he's one of the new hotness people. I know Mita is the one
of the new hotness.
Is the word on the street.
Yeah, I haven't heard much about Oshomi.
I think Oshomi's got some stuff. I think did he fight people in? So yeah, okay. He fights Hitoshi.
Yeah, you gotta.
He fights Shishi, so we saw pieces of him.
I thought we saw some top division.
Yeah, and he won both of them for his credit. So
there's something there.
Yeah,
we don't know exactly what.
I'd have to dig my notes up for him to figure out more on him. But I mean, he's new, he's fresh, and there's always a difference between being a Juryo visitor and being there for real.
Right. And by the time we get to the recap show, his note section will be double in size.
A little bit larger than it is now. But yeah, good to always see the fresh blood. Good to see you.
We do like to see it, yeah.
Welcome, good luck. We always root for the rookies.
Yeah, don't get knocked right back down.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So, Sadano Umi, Megashira 16 West, down from Megashira 14 East with the 6 and 9. Also could have been worse. So the fade has set in.
Oh yeah, he's fading.
He's fading harder.
He's fading.
Like, some of the guys, like Nishikigi, it just sort of like, he'd have like an off tournament, then he'd have a great tournament. Sadano Umi, it's been like, okay, it's here. Like, it's almost like falling down a cliff.
It's a kaisei.
Yeah. So you're like trying to hold on for dear life when you hit a ledge, and it's like, oh, I'm safe for now. But then you slide back down the rocks some more. So unless there's some... Now, Sadano Umi has surprised us before.
He rebounds.
There could be a rebound this time around, or it could be just like, this is it, man. There's certain guys you're watching, and you're like, keep a lookout for Intai, so...
Yeah. He's going to need all of it. Every ounce of his veteran wiles if he's going to want to stay in the top division now. And so could be do or die.
Yeah, we're finally hitting a point where we're like, I'm concerned.
A little concerned for him.
But he is going to be able to fight Chiyoshoma. Maegashira 17 East, up from Juryo 2 West, 9-6. That Chiyoshoma, you can't keep him down.
Cannot keep him down.
He's like, I belong in the top division. So he wasn't in Juryo long. He bounces right back. Obviously, he's a talented guy. But when you start talking about veterans, especially veterans like him who've been around for a long time, you just don't know how to define what the rest of their career is going to be. Like, can you stay in the top division? Will you be a lower ranked guy till you're 50 and then retire? Chiyoshoma doesn't quit. So I think as long as he is physically able to do it, he will not stop giving up trying to stay in the top division.
Yeah. Nice to see the immediate bounce back.
Yeah, those are important.
Particularly, I think he had double-digit losses. Like, he really crashed out. He had a bad time of it in July. So for him to be, I'm back, then it's sort of like, okay, you just have a bad one.
Right, it happens.
Now, the more times you go down in the Juryo, the more we wonder whether you're just going to stay there one day. But that will be what Chiyoshoma will show us in November. Also,
right.
It's just Chiyoshoma in the top division. What else do you want?
Right.
What else do you want out of him? 15 days of
Let him
Wily
be.
Fox. Exactly. Go away, haters.
I hope he hankas somebody.
He's gonna.
He's totally gonna do
He's
it.
totally gonna.
He's going to hanka the next guy, Asakuryu. Maegashira 17 West, down for 14 West with the 6-9. So he started off hot. He is starting to struggle now.
He is on the struggle bus. Interesting you bring up henkas, because I think Asakuryu did 3 henkas
He did.
in September, which tells me that there is a issue with his confidence.
Right. It almost looks like he's lost out there a little bit. Like, this was working a couple tournaments ago, and it's not working now. What do I do?
There is that sensation sometimes that you're just like, what you're doing isn't working, and then you just question the whole process.
And then you start redoing things that you should have left alone.
Yep, you revert, you're regressing. Like, it's for somebody like Asakuryu to do 3 henkas tells me it is a it's an moment. So Asakuryu was 10-5 the last time he was at 17 West. So optimistically, maybe it's just being down low enough gets him to start the engines a little bit.
Right.
I am a little concerned that he isn't some sort of a tailspin.
Right. I mean, the thing is, he is a small guy, and you have to be really elite to be a small guy in the top division.
It boils down to confidence, I feel like, for Asakuryu, which I didn't really feel like was a problem for him.
That he was the last guy you would have thought.
He was just strong. He was aggressive. It was a lot of sort of just throwing himself out there and seeing what happens. And so now there's going to be an interesting struggle with him. And so I'd say the Henka count is going to be a sign, win, lose, or draw, of whether or not he feels like what he's doing is right.
Yeah, if we see, 3 or more hankas, it's not good.
Yeah, if you get, people can get one.
Strategic hanka.
Strategic henka. Just throw people off. Keep them guessing.
Yeah, but
legal move.
he's
Still
definitely going to need to dig deep and find some way out of this hole.
Yeah. So do or die a bit for him. I hope he does the former.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be sort of an interesting problem I didn't think we were going to have. Like, we look
especially not this quick.
Yeah, like we look at Toki Hayate, like that's the kind of problem I thought Asakuryu was going to run into. You belong up here, but how are you going to make it work? And now we're looking at him and we're like, he may fall out.
He might not be ready.
Yeah, I'm not ready to lose him yet. So Asakuryu, figure it out.
We need you in the little grouping there.
Yeah, we have our mini derby going on. Don't lose it. Don't lose it.
We need you in there. Okay, so now we're down to our final spot. Meisei. It's been a long time since we saw Meisei in this spot. Maegashira 18 down from 13 East with a 5-10. He could have been kicked out. He was on
I
the
was
cusp.
shocked when I saw this. I was because they do the musical chairs thing, right?
Yep.
That they're like, Hitoshi beat Meisei, so Hitoshi should stay. They were like, nah, Meisei was the Sekiwaki. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, and they were right and we were wrong.
I guess Hitoshi being fresh is whatever. So, if Hitoshi also, you go to Hitoshi, be like, maybe you don't 7-8 next time. Anyway.
Exactly.
Anyway, Meisei gets his stay of execution. And he's had sort of a bunch of good and a bunch of bad all swirled together lately.
Well, his body definitely started breaking down sooner than we would have expected, I think. I don't think he's that old. He's not young, but he's not that old.
We'll look at him.
Yeah, let's take a look at his age.
Take a look at him. 30 this year.
Yeah, I feel like that's still kind of young.
Yeah, 30 is, you're still up. You're still peaked.
Yeah, it's about 31 that it's like, hey, you might want to start thinking about getting your AARP card.
Yeah.
32, it's like, okay, it's coming in the mail. 33, you're a veteran.
You're a veteran.
So anyway, Meisei's a little beat up. Hopefully it's something he can recover from because there's a lot in there. First of all, he does train with Hoshoryu, so he gets an opportunity to see things that a lot of these stables do not get to train with the Yokozuna. On top of it all, he's got a fiery will, and just when he's on, he's an aggressive beast.
Yeah, he had the resurgence. It looked like he was making adjustments to rebuild. Then everything starts falling apart on him again. Well, specifically, his body starts falling apart on him again.
Yep.
So it's sort of a mixture of can he make it work? Can he build up the willpower and the focus to keep it working? And will his body just throw the switch and shut him down in mid-fight whether he wants to or not?
Right, and I think that he has less and less control over his outcomes these days.
Yeah, all or nothing for him at this rank, though.
Yeah, like, can you hold it together? Can you duct tape yourself together enough to stay in the top division?
Yeah, I mean, it would feel like they sort of spared him now, so I don't think a weird 7 and 8 still in the top division anyways in the cards, unless someone has a complete crash out around.
Right, anything's possible, but it's not looking good for Meisei at this point. So that's our 42. We've got to take a look at Juryo.
Yep. So here's Hitoshi, who again they decided he wasn't allowed in. Takeru Fuji with his injury dumps him all the way down to Juryo 7.
I'm really surprised about that. I mean, some very questionable Banzuke moves, but they had their reasoning.
They're the ones in charge, not us.
If he's healed, this is no problem. He's back quickly.
Juryo 7, though.
I know. It ices him out for promotion if he doesn't get like a double-digit score.
He'd need the U show from 7.
Yeah.
Or like 12 and 3.
You have to wonder if like there was some backdoor conversation where it's like, okay, he's like really injured. He's going to need time.
Don't know, but for whatever reason, he's this far out. For Nishikigi at 6 makes more sense.
I'm kind of surprised Nishikigi hasn't retired yet, but that's a different...
Well, for some of them, having salaries kind of nice.
True. And there's other reasons to stick around.
Also, could be, whatever
elder stuff.
The elder stock, song and dance. So we have Koto Eho making his way back up. We have Fuji Seiyun.
Yep.
The Mita train, hype train, and the return
of Asanayama. Now that tells you all you jury or all you top division guys at the bottom, there's guys that are literally looking up at you trying to pull you down.
Also, Asahakuryu.
Oh yeah.
Asanayama's stablemate who won the U show.
Yes, that's right.
So he could be some burning hot new sensation.
It's been a little while since Juryo had a bunch of people that were promotable, so this tournament will be interesting.
This is sort of what I'm seeing. Hitoshi was a 7 and 8. He looked pretty good. He was coming into his own. He had to get his footing.
That's why we thought he might actually be spared.
8 and 7 he's in. Koto Eho, still working on it. He can get in with a good one. Takeru Fuji, if he's back and better, he
shouldn't have no trouble down there.
Should have no trouble. Even from down, like, he would need the 12 and 3, 11 and 4, or the U show, but like
possible.
It's possible. So like you can see like 5-6 people,
which is bad news for the top division guys.
Putting up the wins to make some room, and then you look back over here, right? And look at Meisei, and then you look at this guy, and you look at this guy, and you look at this guy, and you're like, oh boy, there's a few people down here who...
There's some spots that are possibly open for you.
Some people down here whose their story is they need to get their act together, and then there's people in Juryo who have their act together, and that's...
This is where you get to really see the difference in ability. Like who's sliding down, who's really rising up. They all just kind of meet in the middle.
So, with that, there's going to be... potential for quite a bit of blood in the water. Now, we've been having this actually for the last few tournaments. This one, we only had 3 people move, which is...
It was different.
Different, because I think, July, it was 6. There's been a lot of churn.
Yeah. Which wasn't necessarily the case when we started watching.
No.
It's usually 1 or 2 guys that snuck in.
It was a small up and down. So that is something else to look forward to, particularly for people who watch the lower divisions.
Yep. And pretty much what's left is our predictions and our wish list.
So you put on a wish list for Daisho to be better.
Yes.
Healthy.
Yes, I'd like to say 10 and 5, but maybe that's too specific.
Happy knees to Endo, who's no longer Endo. He's whatever he is.
He's got a weirder name that, it's going to take me a while to try to figure out. I would like to put on the wish list that Ura does amazing things in his
Ura does
rank.
amazing things. I like that.
And that Takayasu stays healthy for 15 days.
Okay, Takayasu. Takayasu stays in Sanyaku.
Takayasu stays in Sanyaku.
I feel that's him doing good enough.
We want to throw something for Wakataka Kage or the brother pair.
Get a Waka back in Sanyaku.
Okay.
A Waka, they can Rochambeau for it. I don't know.
Either Waka.
Either one.
A recovery for Kirishima and Wakataka Kage.
That'd be nice.
I can't say my other wish.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I can't say it.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Just think it. Feel it deep in your heart.
I feel it in my heart. You know what it is.
All right.
And then, as far as my prediction, I'm going to do what I never do. I'm going to pick Onosato.
Oh, my goodness.
I never do this. Now, let's hear my reasoning. 1, it seems like a foregone conclusion, doesn't it? So if I pick him, something crazy will happen.
Ooh.
So I'm trying that reverse psychology
This is the
thing.
stealth Hoshoryu pick.
This is the stealth Hoshoryu pick. I'm saying Onosato, but my lips are saying something else. You all know what I'm saying.
All right. So
yeah, Onosato for the win.
Okay. So you're picking Onosato.
I'm picking Onosato.
I was going to pick Hoshoryu for the giggle, but now that I see what you're doing, let's see. Absolutely. It's not going to be Ura. I want it to be Ura. Ura's not going to get the Yusho.
That's just too much of a wish fulfillment.
Too much of a wish fulfillment. Abi Yusho.
There we go. Abi Yusho.
Abi just mean mugs. He's won it before, I think.
He has.
He did. Oh, yeah. I remember how now.
Yes. At Takayasu's expense. It was a playoff, though.
It was a playoff. And then he did win against Takakeisha legit.
Yes, how many times is Takakeisha just kind of there and you're like, oh yeah, he was a factor in that one too. Darn it. Anyway.
Takakeisha still got cups, man. He's fine.
He got 4. I don't want to hear it. I'm saying 4. It's 4. It's legit.
4. All right.
But I'm going to throw on the wish list. Onosato, Abi close in record when they have to face each other.
Very good.
Because obviously, if your thing is to come to pass, he needs to have a really good record. So he would face Onosato. And I think that's about it.
We start next Sunday.
Crazy, a little bit earlier than normal.
Yeah. Yeah. The 9th.
Yeah, usually we have sumo on U.S. Thanksgiving, but it'll be over before Thanksgiving this time. Which maybe that's a good thing. But I do enjoy watching sumo instead of football on Thanksgiving. It just makes me happy. Anyway, that's just me. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this preview show. I hope you enjoy the tournament. We will be back in week 2 for live streams. There won't be any gaming ones this time. Just our standard sumo talk, day of, who's going to win the tournament kind of stuff. And we're all going to have fun, aren't we? End of the year tournament. It's going to be good.
Yep. We'll see who wants to wrap things up, end it with a bang, etc.
Yes, and hopefully there will be no interruptions from Bug Zero. He has been quite active lately, and I'm not thrilled. Check the post section for somebody who submitted a likeness of Bug Zero for your voting. So don't forget that. Anyway, happy sumo and enjoy.
Thank you all for listening.
Bye.